Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
28 and partly cloudy at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Hope for a diplomatic resolution to the Iran war continues, sparked by President Trump's declaration on Monday. Talks are underway. Tehran at first denied any direct dialogue, but now a senior Iranian official says the regime has received points from the U.S. through mediators, and they are being reviewed. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer has more.
Iran's foreign minister did confirm that there had been overtures from the United States, but he said Iran hasn't responded. The only concrete response, if you like, came overnight, and it was a military one, not conciliatory. Iran attacked Israel with multiple missile salvos.
And Israel carried out fresh strikes overnight on targets in Iran and Lebanon. U.S. senators are discussing a proposal to end the Homeland Security budget stalemate by funding much of the department, including TSA airport workers who are going without pay. The deal, however, would exclude ICE operations. DHS is now being overseen by Markwayne Mullin, the former Oklahoma senator. His nomination was approved by the Senate on Monday. 3 city council members are introducing legislation today to prohibit Pittsburgh police from working with federal immigration agents. Barb Warwick says police would not be able to ask anyone in custody about their immigration status.
They also will not share information with ICE about anyone who they may have in custody.
The other sponsors are Deb Gross and Erica Strasburger. The bill would also prohibit the use of city-owned property to stage or assist federal immigration enforcement. Property assessment is on the agenda today for Allegheny County Council. A bill is expected to be introduced to require reassessments of all property values every 3 years, beginning in 2028. Allegheny County's last reassessment took place about 14 years ago. Leaders in Butler County are taking another step toward a possible...
Adams Township and Mooresboro officials are proposed merger between the two communities. Community and economic development will be say the discussion isn't being driven by EMS, fire protection, that already exist between the neighboring Tamira Rush, News Radio.
45,939. 36 points. KDKA Sports in the NHL. Colorado visiting the Penguins tonight. First face-off at 7 p.m. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 10:03. Forecast next.
Food insecurity is still a reality. Food on the table, and many are seniors. That's right. Right here in our community. Medically. If you're turning 65 or reviewing coverage, they're looking no cost. 888-818.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's is. But that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian. For an enjoyable night out, serving pizza to Pittsburgh since 1980. Still looking for a great
Boulevard of the Allies offer. I never say that. It's just slow go down. 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA.
Pittsburgh's #1 platinum. 829-7711.
7, partly due to the times, mostly cloudy. High 60 for AccuWeather. KDKA.
Get the good guys.
Feed the Need Radiothon. Community Food Bank. To make a donation, Legion Community Federal Credit Union text line. Message and data rates may apply. On 100.1 FM and AM 1020.
Food or rent? I've seen it. I've been there. Food or gas? Huh? Food or car payment? Huh? Food or house payment? Food or mortgage payment? Food or meds? Yeah, I'll skip the meds and feed the kids. I've seen it. Hey, folks, I have carried boxes of food into homes of veterans that have no money, none, a little disability, living off of $900 a month. I've been there. We've watched it. I've carried food and sustenance into homes of cancer patients where mom is sick and can't work and has no money for food. It's tangible, ma'am. It's no BS. This is real. And the dramatic demand right now is historic. I'm an old guy. I've seen everything twice until this. The demand is beyond what we've ever seen. So as we make it through this 4-hour period, let's make a difference and allow folks to feel less food insecure if we can. As we focus on that, I want to focus too on what's happening in our town in this ridiculous political mess regarding ICE. First of all, ICE at the airport, about 31 of them out there today, they're doing nothing. No disrespect to ICE. I know a bunch of them. I know a bunch of guys working. They are standing around. That's the president's call. That's not their call. That's not TSA's call. That's their call. And much to the dismay of Sarah and Morado, when they do work at the airport, but much of it is standing around because there's nothing for them to do, they're working with county police. Oops. And much to the dismay of Barb Warwick, they work with Pittsburgh cops all the time. They have to. There are crimes committed. They show up together. And much to the dismay of the big shots who think that ICE is bad for Pittsburgh, they are working with them right now as they plan this NFL draft monstrosity. Play the Barb Warwick sound, please, brother.
Policies are great, but we want to be abundantly clear in our legislation about what the rules are. We don't want just armed gangs of people in masks being able to pull you out of your car just because they have the word police on their back, right? So if you are conducting law enforcement in the city, our Pittsburgh police officers are going to ask you for ID.
No, they're not. They're not. That's a bald-faced lie. And I like Barb, we're going to talk to her live, but that's crap. Cops are adults. They don't do that stupid SHI blank. Let's all grow up. Union President Bob Schwartzwalder. Bob, There's no way in hell, because I know 800 cops, they're going to go up to a guy wearing federal uniform and say, "Where's your ID, brother?" There's no way that's happening, Bob, is it?
Well, highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Because first, it's tactically unsound. They're busy.
Right.
So, a police officer's not an idiot. They're observing some sort of activity. They could make a serious determination about what that agency is doing. So now what's next? Hey, they got ATF on their jacket. They got FBI on their jacket. They got DEA on their jacket. Hey, we need your ID now. We need your ID.
Yeah.
We need your ID.
Grow up.
They're readily identifiable. That's why you know who they are, because they want everyone to know who they are. And so they wear readily identifiable clothing and identification so that everybody there knows that, hey, we aren't this alleged roving gang. They have clear markings on their outermost carriers and body armor and stuff like that. And let me tell you about the mask problem.
Right.
We created that here. There's only two other places that you see law enforcement wearing masks. Iraq and Afghanistan, because they target the families and then they go and murder them.
Right on.
In these police programs. So now that's that's why they're wearing them.
Hold on.
Just like,
so you know what happened. These far left lunatics grabbed your body cam videos from your officers and doxed every single cop in those videos. No wonder they wear the damn masks.
And the problem with that was a serious error and a misuse of the memorandum of understanding between the city of Pittsburgh and the DA's office, because you had to sign that memorandum in order to be allowed to share the criminal information. And what is misunderstood by everybody is, remember what the camera footage is for. It is to monitor police conduct.
Right on.
It's not to capture any embarrassing moment, because if you start just releasing video willy-nilly and someone's down on the south side or they're at a bar or they just have a shouting match with their spouse, and you respond there because spouses do this daily, and there's no crime committed. It's just shouting. Maybe some neighbor got alarmed. And we come and we capture that video, and then we say, okay, no crime here. End of story. We don't tag the video. We're not worried about it. But then you allow anyone to go get that video under some lunacy RTK or FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request. Now you're using police video to embarrass anyone.
And then they put the ICE agents and your folks in danger by telling folks their names, their license plate, and where the hell they live. It's ridiculous.
Correct. And that's a serious problem. It's a misuse of it's a serious misuse of the MOU. We're going to fix it. The Colonel of Police Lodge 1 is going to fix it, at least within our agency, about that MOU enforcement and release of these videos. And then the other side of this is, here's the lunacy of this immigration nonsense.
Hold on. This is why he's here. This is so relevant. So Barb Warwick is portraying and characterizing these ICE guys as gangbangers, basically what she said. But what she is omitting is the law, sir, the constitutional, right?
That is correct. And Marty, I sent you earlier the 287G statute. The only way a police officer anywhere in this country, not just Pittsburgh, in the United States can enforce an immigration law is with a signed memorandum agreement. And there's 4 factors which I gave you, but the most common being the warrant service officer or a task force officer. And in order to enforce those, you have to be trained. You are monitored by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. You have to have a signed agreement under the 287G statute. And then and only then can you do it. If you don't have that signed agreement, on my best day, you could be standing there pointing and you could say, Bob, I know that guy is here illegally and there's a warrant for him immigration. And I would say, Marty, you got to call this group over here.
So
because
everything they're doing is redundant and ignorant and a waste of time.
It's political. They're looking at crime control versus political agendas. They're grandstanding because they don't even understand the law. And Marty, what I sent you is available to your readers. If they Google 287G, right on the Google line and hit enter, the stuff I sent you will come up.
So the conversation they're having is irrelevant, sir.
To me, absolutely, because they don't know the law, and it's political grandstanding. It's not necessary, and if they want to pass the ordinance and say we will not sign a 287G agreement, have at it. They're allowed. They're allowed to do that. The mayor could do it. The chief of police could do it. The city council could do it. That's fine. You don't want to sign a 287G agreement. That's your option. That's why the statute is written the way it is, because you cannot enforce those laws without that agreement, because Immigration and Customs Enforcement monitor it to make sure there's no abuse. And here's my problem with collaboration and cooperation. Marty, let's take a bad situation. So we also have rules and laws in this country. There are no professional bystanders, right? There are no professional bystanders. So what if, hypothetically, a couple of Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents were violating the civil rights of an individual? Hey, man, we have a duty to intervene. Oh, not in this instance, because we're not supposed to even be involved here. We're not even supposed to be involved. So now we flip that, right? So, and what everybody forgets is when this interaction is going down, there are 4 people's safety in jeopardy. There's the agent himself. There's the police that respond. There's the suspect, him or herself. And there's the passing public that may be walking around with their earbuds on, having a cup of coffee, and all of a sudden this event. So the police come in. We get the situation stabilized. We dust everybody off, figure out jurisdictional issues and all that like we do with anyone. Get the scene stabilized, maintain public safety, and everybody's safer. And for people to say that an Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent is not a citizen, not entitled to the protection of the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police when they're in our jurisdiction is ridiculous.
You're the man.
Is ridiculous.
Bob Schwartzwalder. Home run, brother. Truth to power. Thanks, my man.
Okay, Marty, take care.
My man nails it. Let's make a difference next. Don't miss this. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center.
Accident on the southbound side of the Parkway North, I-279. By that accident scene, it's a box truck that's flipped on its side. Parkway North, you're going to get in line on that main line. And the HOV lanes closed early this morning, so that's not. Corson Street. We continue to have near Camberwell Drive and the Route 1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
You can log on to the KDKAradio.com.
Orders roll in. You can keep up with confidence. Every package. Dependable tracking and upfront appointment. We run the routes.
Jen, skip them all. Jewelry, television. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday.
Right now, new customers get $20 off.
And gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Medicine, the discovery of transforming the impossible into reality. At UPMC, we believe life change the world of medicine and the lives changing lives.
They have AI, all right, but it's attorney intelligence. I have brought family and friends into his office. Settlements in Pennsylvania. that you're taken care of. 412-281.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart free up your teams and focus on your future.
Take pride in exceeding customer expectations. He had them do his mother's roof as well. Working with his insurance company to get everything. Call NASCO Roofing 412-373. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing.
Overpriced clinics, pushy appointments, bills of Don't let it happen. Audie and Hearing is the escape. Starting at only $98. Instead of wasted time, you get what you need with no crazy price tag. Call 800-700-HEAR. And ready to use right out of the box. And real human help just a phone call away. Don't let them take advantage of you. That's HEAR for a very special offer. 4327.
UPMC.
It's the giant. Hampton Beer Outlet. And Beanos on 100.1
We have been in homes where literally the cupboards are empty. I think we live in this false pretense that people really aren't hungry. I get annoyed, quite frankly, if we post a video, and Patrick, you've seen this, brother. If we post a video of a line of cars at the food bank, some jagoff points out someone in a Ford Explorer and says something like, well, they can afford that Ford. It's not like that. House, hanging on to the health and well-being of your family and your kids. And the people that focus on whether or not someone in a car is getting food to some sort of advantage, you don't belong here. You belong somewhere else. And no one, and no business model gets it better than Giant Eagle and my friends there. It's very personal for me. My Giant Eagle store, they're like my family. We know all their names. I'm there. I was there yesterday. They ask about your damn dog and your kids. I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
They'll yell from behind the counter, "How's Christine? My dog is having a tooth. Hey, how's Rosie's surgery?" And Jana, you live this, do you not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that grocery shopping should be a personal experience, and that's really what at Giant Eagle we hope that we're delivering to our customers whenever they shop. We want that personal feel. We want you to feel like we're part of the community and that you're part of our community.
Well, the truth is, there's so much competition for price.
Mm-hmm.
So I can spend all day chasing around price. But the competition that's the best is the competition for kindness and caring. And when you go into, hey, say I'm biased because I am, but when I'm in that store, that is in that store, that kindness and caring and let me help you kind of thing. And it's important to Giant Eagle, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll hear us at Giant Eagle a lot of times talk about the value that we offer to people. And I think it's easy to a lot of times equate value directly with price. But when we talk about value, we're talking about, sure, sales and price and perks and all of those things, but also that in-store experience, the team member interactions, that kindness, that caring, and also being part of the community and enabling us to support Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, which in turn supports the Pittsburgh community. So I think when we talk about value, we wrap up all of those things that make what we think Giant Eagle what it is and what make us special and differentiated into that package.
Well, because you're so engaged in the community, you know the need, do you not? Right? You see it. You live it.
Absolutely. We have stores all over the region. We have stores in so many different areas and neighborhoods with different people, different walks of life. And our store team members really do have that front row experience to see exactly what goes on in all of these different communities. And when you start to look, it's really easy to see where the need exists.
I really like this this community champion thing. It's very cool, right?
Yeah, we like to think so.
Right? I mean, $11 a month, you can make a difference. I mean, explain that. What that means to be a community champion. I mean, $11 a month, you feed someone every day for a year. That's kind of cool, right?
That's fantastic.
And it means a lot. And by the way, you get a pair of VIP tickets to Y108s the night before. 412-301-3793. Folks, $11 a month. You can make a difference. Donate to this Feed the Need Community Champion. You feed someone every day for a year. Can you hang?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll be right back.
The biggest reason is a huge list of satisfied customers.
Pittsburgh's locally owned. When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, business that puts your needs first.
Fiberglass windows that are built for life.
Frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. And right now, you can save 20% and get
Visit us at Metropolitan.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Restrictions apply. Call
maybe it's lake boarding. Wherever your next memory takes you. That bring everybody together. Without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at Sweat.com.
Pittsburgh.
28, partly cloudy skies. What caused the high-speed crash between an aircraft, killing the pilots and injuring about 40. Mandy outlined the initial fact gathering.
Voice recorder and flight data.
Today, flights resumed at LaGuardia Park. New this hour, Ford is recalling because of a software issue that may disrupt. The recall involves some 2022 2022 to 2025 Lincoln Nautilus and the 2020 impacted drivers can bring their vehicles to letters on March 30th. Now plays in the NFL is giving back.
Keys Rocks native and a Buffalo Bills safety. Chasing M's Foundation every year. High school students to attend a trade where Hamlin almost died after suffering a Central says giving back to his alma mater. Central alumni attended the announcement and said, KDKA.
On Wall Street this hour, the NASDAQ is down 183 points. 10:32. Our next update.
Time now for today's Spotlight
By turning a college campus visit into
so much access to not just sports, but
also student Angie Rice, a boutique travel point for a family vacation.
exploring this
My mom died from cancer. She was only 37. My family. That's why having life insurance is so important. Seconds. Apply in minutes and get
Get your free quote at ethos.com. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary.
30, but 29, if that'll help, it's 1.
Regional event on March 25th and 26th. In North Franklin, Connecticut, with in-person inspection. Don't miss this great opportunity. RVauction.com/Pittsburgh.
Thank you. Subsidies may go away and expensive surprises. Your health insurance advocates from Medicare the insurance maze at no cost to you. Not the insurance companies. Call 7benefits.com.
I'm feeling oh wait, maybe a fruit. When it comes to the Easter holiday, it has candies.com or call 412. One bite and you'll know.
Many in the Pittsburgh region are fortunate to have enough. Would like to ask everyone to take a moment. $1 provides for your support of their 4th generation. Thank you for considering a donation to this very.
What's up, Marty? As we have some accident with a box truck that flipped on its side right around the Venture Street interchange. Looks like they've gotten a wrecker there, and they're ready to pull things out of the way here. Of course, the HOV lane's closed early because of this accident. and you are only traveling past the accident scene in a single southbound lane. So that's the bad news, because the backups there greet you between Bellevue, Westview, and Perrysville as you try to make your way toward town that way. Parkway West on the inbound commute, it's actually pretty decent. You do have some slowdowns right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East has eased off to just a slowdown before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel portal. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and some clouds for the rest of today. Our high 47, partly to mostly cloudy tonight, though 33. More clouds and sun tomorrow, but becoming milder in the afternoon. Tomorrow's high near 60. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Let's return. Providing meals for our neighbors in need. Text NEED to 50155. Message and data rates may apply. AM 1020.
Also, if the texting is confusing, here's a number, 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793. Rather than rhetoric, I want you to hear the dynamic of how much food and these sorts of donations mean to families. One of my boys is on the line. Big Dave, how are you, brother?
Oh, good, Marty. How are you today?
Tell our listeners the story that you just texted me. I love it. It's spot on, brother.
Well, my daughter, Heather, which you've met before.
Of course.
She, her husband was in a quad accident 9 years ago and broke his neck. And so, they're on a very limited income. And, through the, years, she'll call mom and say, hey, we don't have any food. We just can't afford, with prices of everything else. And I've emptied my freezers and pantry and given her everything we have. And, the needs there, there's so many people who live on such a limited income that with the prices of everything, they just can't feed their family. And now that my grandson developed type 1 diabetes this last year, he needs special food. So it makes it even worse because now she has to, have a completely different diet. But, I've always supported the Feed the Need, and I'll be donating again this year as well.
My man, you have never said no. Anytime.
I never say no.
Never. You make it any single time I've asked for help, you step up because, my man, you also go into homes where you see folks that have need. Do you not, sir?
Oh, I see it all the time. Yep. I've been doing HVAC for 38 years now, and I've been in homes from $1 million homes to, people who are, just living on the bare minimum.
True.
And they need help, and that's what Feed the Need does, and that's why donating that, becoming a champion is so important. That for those who are doing well, $11 a month is nothing. That's barely a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
And you also are like me. You resent the folks that pick on someone who might be in a food line and has a decent car. It's obnoxious, isn't it, sir?
What?
It's hateful.
Well, my daughter has a decent car because it's my car. When her car broke down, I bought her a car. It was a used car, but and only a couple years off of the current year. But I paid $550 a month for her car every month. Just to make sure that she has a safe vehicle to drive. So if people look at her and say she's driving a nice vehicle, well, her dad's paying for the vehicle and the insurance.
My man, I love you, brother. Thanks.
All right, take care, Mark.
$11 a month. I love this. Feed the Need Community Champion. You feed someone every day for a year. One community champion will win a pair of VIP tickets to Y108's The Night Before, powered by Bowser. All right, also this hour. Donate $50. Wiggle, Whiskey, Sip, and Tour for 4 with Melanie Taylor. Love it. And one person this hour who donates $50 will win a concert prize pack from Live Nation. Love this. Citizens Live at the Wiley. Styx, Chelsea Handler, Wyatt Flores. Joined here by Jenna Drexler. He nailed it, didn't he, Jenna?
Yeah, he really did. I think, like you were mentioning earlier, there are so many circumstances that can lead people to be food insecure that it's really important that we all try to lead with kindness and assume the best about people, because all it takes is one unexpected job loss or a health emergency, medical problems in your family that you could be in that situation. So there's so much that can happen that can result in food insecurity that it's so important that you step up and help people whenever you can.
Right on. I have been in Giant Eagle, and where someone will step up and pay for someone's groceries. It's just the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm. It's always
just cool.
amazing to see that happen.
And I love those moments. Jenna, we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I'm trying to get the big boss to call in. The big boss, the head honcho. You know who's here, Brian Ghoulish. How are you, brother?
Doing well, yourself?
Can you hang for a minute?
Absolutely.
We had one of my boys make a very special donation to make a difference with Sarah's. And when we come back, we're going to talk to my man Brian Ghoulish about Feed the Need, making a difference, and how tough it is for folks right now.
From the KDKA Draft Information.
What's up, Marty? Vehicles are moving off of the Parkway North. Accident that had impacted not only so HOV lanes are closed for the day, but now open to you here very shortly on the Parkway North some heavy backlog, but we expect now that Perrysville interchanges as you try to make your way west on the inbound is slow go right now. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Or wherever you get your podcast.
Refresh your home with just unbeatable factory direct prices. Installed by La China. Call 412 to schedule a free shop at home appointment. Or visit the quality you deserve, prices you'll appreciate.
Traditions for generations. To be family favorites. District at 2111. Seeing you. Isley's requesting needed funds for our neighbors.
Trying to find a needle in a haystack. All you can do is hope the right person comes along. .com/free. ZipRecruiter. It's powerful technology.
that city in every which way is really important to all of them. And to
AM 1020, KDKA.
Huge savings to get your home quite clean this spring. Carpets, rugs, drapes, do the same with yours. Call Coit today. 1-800-FOR Coit. Get your home. Since 1972. Love it.
To asbestos? Did you know that many local the sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are Persky and White understands the complexities of asbestos. GPW can't change the past. Complex to learn more.
You must have paid a pretty to boot. Nay again, 'tis a monthly payment plan. Next month. Aye, that's not a plunder. That's a
You pay overtime with BreadPay. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Subject to approval of credit application. BreadPay loans are made by Comenity Capital Bank and Bread Financial Company.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments. Hampton Beer Outlet. 101 FM and AM 1020.
Now, the South Hills Lincoln Tote Board Update. The KDKA Radio Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon.
It's got like a beat to it. You know what I'm saying, Brian? You like that?
I hear it.
Like an old disco thing. Boom, boom.
We're beating the drum right now. We're making good progress.
This bad boy is bumping, brother. Brian, give us an update.
So last hour, when I was last on with Larry, we were at 99,000 meals. We are now at 127,095 meals.
We want 500,000 meals. Someone write a check, please. By the way, within reason, let's be honest about that. There is that kind of demand. Let's be honest. I mean, seriously, you've never seen anything like this, have you?
No, and I tell you what, when I got to the food bank in 2019, we were distributing enough food for up to 35 million meals a year.
Okay.
Last year, that was 52 million meals. So you can see how great the need, and it's not just the pandemic went away, things will go back to normal. And I hear about that all the time. What's the new normal? When a crisis happens, our response, it's the new normal. Like it's not going back to the old normal. People are impacted, and it has residual effects for years and years to come. So, again, one of the things that we're looking to do as an organization is dive into the root causes and find out the why and the how we can make a bigger difference. So we're not just feeding and meeting the need, we are shortening the need. So there's not as much as a need that there is right now in the community.
One of my boys, his name's Chuck Hamill. He's Pitt, Ohio, one of the best trucking companies in America. He's also one of the most generous men I've ever met. I've seen him write checks just to help. And he said exactly what you said. He's like, well, man, I'll write checks all day. Let's do that. But we got to get to the root of how do we write checks to educate and to train and to create jobs and housing and transportation and the ability for folks to be able to buy food. You know what I'm saying? Right, Brian?
Well, yeah, I mean, we are here. It's a holistic effort,
yeah.
the entire community. And We call it Community Connections at the food bank, right? It's not just about putting food on the table. When someone reaches out to the food bank for food assistance, we ask several questions because we know if they need food assistance, they probably need assistance in other areas.
Yes.
So we want to connect them with partners that we have, not just food distribution partners, but partners that can help them with energy assistance and housing assistance and education assistance and job search assistance and all those things that are going to position them for a better life so they are more stable, so they don't need to rely on the food bank. We get them on their feet and we find those root causes and we take away the need for food. And that's what this is all about.
I mean, Brian, you see this firsthand. So gas is about to pop up over $4. It'll go over $4 a gallon tomorrow. And diesel for truckers is over $5. Immediate impact on my ability to get to and from work, my ability to buy food and afford food. All these things are related, are they not, sir?
Variables that are outside of our control.
Yes.
Unfortunately. And just last week, we partnered with the airport for a pop-up food pantry.
Yes.
And they reached out to us and said, look, we want to support those TSA workers who aren't going without paychecks. How can we do that? Those are workers in a time of uncertainty, a time of crisis that they had no control over.
No.
Are still going to work and serving our community. So people can fly in and out. They can have transportation in and out of this area to keep the region moving. So if they're able to do that, it's our responsibility as an organization and a community to rally around them and support them. So we jumped on board with the airport and we set that pop-up pantry up last week.
I've seen a lot of the food pantries run out of food. You've seen that too, haven't you? Like in the outlying areas.
And they need more, so they call us. They say, hey, can you provide more food to us? And that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Right? We distributed 48 million pounds of food last year to our 11 counties and 1,000 agency partners and programs. At our warehouse in Duquesne, it's a 130,000 square foot facility. We have about 3.5 to 4 million pounds of food on inventory at any given time.
Wow. How many people you feed with that much food? How many people?
So last year, 320,000 individuals in southwestern Pennsylvania, food insecure, including 1 in 5 children. And there is some new data, some new research that we've done over the past 12 months that's really trying to get an even more granular look at that number and what the true food insecurity rate is. And it's not just about someone having enough food, because if they have enough food only because they have food assistance, they're still food insecure.
Yeah.
Right? There may be people who get food assistance that don't have enough food, or they're not coming to the food bank at all.
True.
We want to get them through that. We want them, if they're not getting food, get to us.
Yeah,
if they're getting food and it's just helping them get by, we want to position them in the future so they have opportunity for long-term success.
Something sweet literally came up. Billy Saris heard you were doing this and stepped up and is making a really large donation of treats, chocolates and cookies, and to make life a little better for people, $70,000 to $100,000 worth of stuff. Kind of cool, isn't it, that people give a damn like that?
Like I said, very cool. We thank him. We thank Sarah's Candies for making that contribution, that donation to us, because we're able to distribute that food, right? It's not just going to be that much food at one location.
No.
That goes across all 11 counties here. So with our school partner programs, or with our backpack programs, or through our pantry network that we have, that food will go out there and that'll be included in those resources that the family's already getting. So yes, it's tremendous help, and it hopefully makes people smile.
So we put furnaces in homes with Tootie Mechanical. Bob Tootie, I went to high school with him. And in January, on one Saturday morning, we put in 20 furnaces. And, my man, you go into homes, and I tell my kids this, you don't know. You have no idea what the real world is like. You go into a home, my man, where everybody's on the couch under blankets, and they have no food. It's real. And the circumference of pain is getting bigger. You see this, don't you?
Yes, and one of the things that we are working with, that holistic approach, is eliminating the stigmas and the barriers that are, for that reason, someone's not coming to the food.
The shame.
Yes, exactly. There should be no shame in needing food. It's a basic human right. So for us, again, continuing to educate the public. If you're listening and and today's all about giving, and we're raising money so we can put enough food on the table for a lot of people. But if you're listening, if you're a portion of the audience that is listening and need food assistance, please reach out to us. Please visit our website, pittsburghfoodbank.org. There's a Find Food guide. You can search for the types of food you need, the times and the days you're available to get it. Find the closest location to you, because like I said, it's not just one location in Duquesne. It's 1,000 agency partners and programs across southwestern Pennsylvania. So we want to create that awareness. So if you need food assistance, please reach out to us.
I love the community champion, man. I love that. That's cool, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, $11 a month, folks. Come on. And you really do feed someone every day for a year?
Yeah.
$11 a month.
Yeah. And I was just explaining to the 100.7 Star family over there is people often ask, how do you stretch $1 into 3 meals? Well, we have great wholesale purchasing partners. We have great food partners and retail partners like Giant Eagle who are sponsoring this event today that donate not only their money to us and their volunteer time because their staff comes and volunteers, but they're donating a lot of food to the food bank. And we partner with other food banks that we're able to make those bulk purchases. So when you add up all the different sources of food that we have, that's how we're able to stretch that dollar so far.
Hey, folks, best way to donate. 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793, or the Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text NEED to 50155, 50155. The thing about the Sarah's thing that I liked, okay, you got a box of food, which you really need, but it's nice to have something kind of sweet in there, too. You know what I mean?
It is. Like I said, it makes you smile.
Yeah,
Again, food is not something, if we could take that stress off of people's lives, that is in itself. But we also want to feed them. We want to nourish them. We want to give them the food they need to thrive. And it's that holistic, like I keep saying holistic. It is a holistic approach to the work that we do.
My man, you do a hell of a job, brother.
Appreciate
it's a pleasure
you,
to call you friend, man. He's a hell of a man. We'll be back.
In your car or in the AM 1020 and
That's the sound of James. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible. Several hours later, James is even.
You smell amazing, James.
At Gain Scent Boosters, Sear Laundry at Georgia.
Spreadsheets.
Sales, inventory, accounting on one connected platform. Exactly. Odoo is the easier than ever. Take your business into the next generation.
ODOO.com.
It's more. It's kind of your instinct.
Helping people with their finances is my calling in life. I've lived through this. I've walked through it. No one else should ever have to feel that bad.
Hey, I'm Sam. And I'm Calvin. With Cousins. Why didn't I do that months ago? That's exactly what it feels like when you finally until it's done. And when it is, the new deck roof or siding project. Call it Cousins.
Schultzford.com.
W261AX, Pittsburgh.
From the Aetna Medical.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. With a few clouds at 11 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. Sparked by President Trump's declaration on Monday. But now a senior Iranian official said they are being reviewed. CBS is
overtures from the United States. The only concrete response. Iran attacked Israel.
itself overnight on targets. Pakistan's prime minister says his country is ready to U.S. senators are discussing a proposal to end the including TSA airport workers who are going. DHS is now being overseen by former Oklahoma. Three city council police were working with federal immigration agents custody about their immigration status.
They may have in custody.
The other use of city-owned property to stage or assist shootings last night in two Pittsburgh neighborhoods. The 30s was wounded multiple times in the 200 block. Police say 3 suspects in that shooting left the scene. 18 rounds fired in the 20. A man who was shot multiple times. Property assessment is on the agenda today for reassessments of all property every 3 years. Reassessment took place about 14 years ago. Broadway series has been released. Best musical, and several are familiar hits. Beetlejuice, The Phantom of the Opera. Through May of next year. Subscriptions to the NASDAQ, however, is down 100. KDKA Sports Colorado visits the Penguins tonight. 7 p.m. at PPG Paints Arena. Warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ. It's 30 now, mostly sunny in Pittsburgh.
Comer and Cross. 1-800 new floor. Before that schedule transform your garage in just one day. So simple. They take all the stuff out of the garage. Cracks and pits in your garage perfectly.
Include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania, vision and hearing. You may also qualify for 888-76 Aetna to learn more.
Contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment.
Hey, it's Marty. You tired of paying and feeling at Monroeville Physical? It's done differently because you are different. Folks, shoulder pain, knee pain, balance issues. Call today. Monroeville Physical at 1.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's Monticello's does Italian for an enjoyable night out, serving over pizza to Pittsburgh since 1980. Still looking for a great place to work? Join the Monticello's.
now grabbing the keys. Vale and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Even the on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels. Right at all, no major problems for you there. Quite some time as you came down past the pass by there. With AAA traffic, I'm in
KDKA AccuWeather forecast. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum preferred roofing replacement contract.
47, partly to it. Tomorrow, high 60 for AccuWeather.
Shopping elevates your shopping experience.
Pittsburgh's locally owned
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you from our first visit to your home until
in their homes, and our exclusive are the windows people love.
and we have a great selection of colors. Stop by our showrooms. Visit us at
Become part of the family.
Welcome to the providing meals for our neighbors in need for the greater to 50155. That's need 50155. Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I've run into this quite a bit in my career. Folks who are ashamed to take help or ashamed to feed their kids. I've seen it. We've been in those homes, and you just have to say, hey, folks, everybody has a crisis. Everybody has need. It's just more dramatic than I've seen. And there's so many variables: the cost of food, the cost of gas, the cost of housing, the cost of medicine. I have begged and pleaded with senior citizens to take their full meds. They cut them in half so they can have money for food. My friend Brian went to his home with Patrick. We brought him gift cards from a 5-year-old boy because he didn't have enough money to buy food. And it's more common than you would imagine, and it's also very tragic. But there's so many folks that really, really care and really wanted to kind of focus on that with these amazing guests. Hi, Jessica. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Hi, Cassandra. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Love you both. What you're doing, Mariner Finance. They're both with Mariner. So you guys are doing something really cool this hour. It's a power hour. Tell us what that means, ladies, because this is cool stuff. This is a great opportunity for people.
Go ahead,
Jessica.
Go ahead, Jessica.
Okay, I'll go. But yeah, we're just representing Mariner Finance and Jeffy's Choice right now, along with the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank. Just kind of getting the information out there, making sure that everybody, whoever is in need, knows that there are resources available for them. And we definitely are grateful to just be able to be a part of it, make sure that we use the platforms that we have. Social media is a big thing right now. It's really great that we have the opportunity to kind of jump on here, and especially on the radio, whether that be through that mechanism or through I don't know, social media such as Instagram, Facebook, just getting the information out there so that people are aware of what resources that they do have. So thank you for having us on here.
Well, the truth is that there is tremendous need, and we all see it. Right, Cassandra? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. 1 in 8 neighbors, including 1 in 5 children, just in the 11 county service area for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is food insecure. And just over the winter, the food bank saw a record number of people utilizing those services. So the fact that Mariner is able to donate $10,000 will provide essentially 30,000 meals to families in our local area, which is fantastic.
Hey, Jess, to that point, you are matching a donation up to 30,000 meals. That's amazing. Why this charity, my friend? Why is this so important?
Well, a lot of our branches, I will say, also are kind of located in the greater Pittsburgh area. Even though we do cover many other states throughout the United States, but this place is really near and dear to our hearts. And we also have this charity that we do, Jeffy's Choice, among our company, and it kind of originated here, and also we just see the need, and we know that we have the opportunity to help, and so anything that we can do to help, especially like Cassandra said, with the food insecurities, we definitely want to make sure that we can do whatever we can.
Now you have me interested. Cassandra, what is Jeffy's Choice? What is that? I love it.
Yes. So Jeffy's Choice was something that was started by our CEO, Josh Johnson, in memory and in honor of his mother. He always used to joke that he never knew who was going to be at his Thanksgiving dinners because his mom would just invite anyone and everyone that was in need. And when she passed, he used his company, Mariner Finance, as a great platform, and all over the company, we're donating. He sponsored. We all pay in, and we can wear jeans on paydays and things of that nature, or just donate anytime. And Pennsylvania itself, we have 39 branches across Pennsylvania, so we are a huge portion of the donations that go into Jeffy's Choice, which is why we're able to give such large donations, to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank.
Well, here's what you see firsthand. Because of what's happened with the economy and what's happened in America and what's happened with prices and what's happened with food costs, there are folks who have loans with banks who are literally making a choice. Do I keep the house? Do I keep the car? Do I buy food? Right, ladies? You both see it, right, Jess? Right?
Every single day.
Every day.
Unfortunately.
Cassandra, right? Explain. Kind of give us an example of what you see on a daily basis that creates this kind of stress.
Well, I mean, just, we give loans for a living. That's what we're doing every day. And as we're updating applications, we hear the personal stories of all of our customers and even sometimes their family members on the struggles that they're going through. And, that's medical expenses, home improvements, just a simple auto repair or the auto inspection,
true.
Things that you can't really budget for nowadays because you just don't have any extra to budget. So when anything that's not out of your typical comes up, it's, they're coming to us for help because they have nowhere else to turn.
I love the bank. I love the philosophy. I love the kindness and the generosity. I thank you both. It's a tremendous generosity and kindness you're putting out there today. Thank you so much, both of you. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for
They're amazing. So just so folks know, they will match donations. It's a power hour. In this hour, up to 30,000 meals. Wow. That is amazing. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic.
What's up, Marty? Earlier we had an accident on the Parkway Street off ramp, and now it looks like either it's accident, but it's in a really precarious the bend at McKnight, and people fly. Flashing lights and the vehicles there. Folks are left lane at high speeds, and then there's folks in front of you slamming on the brakes real fast. trying to get to the east in that bathtub section and coming across. I'm at Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 10.
Feed the Need Radiothon. Center now at KDKA Radio.
Definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. You want to get out of that silly little thing? My advice. Absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 909-9696.
Moves fast. Orders roll in. You can keep up with confidence. Nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront. You run the business. We run the routes.
My friends at James from Lower Borough was so happy with the roof work. James loved NASCO's quality work. NASCO has satisfied thousands like James. 412-373-2000.
It's about time. Next day or scheduled in advance. The whole job, from drywall to doors. Because on the job site, the Home Depot Pro. It's a
Roofing take pride in exceeding NASCO did in his home that he had them and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available.
Learn how over 15,000 with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's
having the most effective treatment protocol. She suffered with neuropathy. In fact, she got rid of them and can only wear Skechers. She's very disappointed that she got rid of them.
Let them help you next. Call 724. That's 724-940-9000. Learn more at marydanstand.com.
It's attorney intelligence. Family and friends into his office. They have doctors on staff. In Pennsylvania. They care. They make sure that you're taken care of. Perry Cole. 412-281-4200.
Amazon Business empowers leaders with smart free up your teams and focus on your future.
The Need Radiothon. Brought to you in part by Aetna. 1020 KD.
He's 5, I think. Oscar? Or is he 4.5? I don't know. He's amazing. His grandmother is one of my favorite people. Just went through major breast surgery and is a warrior. And the 4.5-year-old was listening to my show. He literally makes her put on Marty Griffin. 4.5 years old. That's a smart kid. And he heard Brian, one of our listeners, talking about being broke, quite frankly. He couldn't afford food and making ends meet and couldn't pay utilities and worried about losing his house. And the little man brought in a bunch of gift cards to give to Brian. And we drove out and gave them to him. It was amazing. Brian was so grateful he cried. And little Oscar, his grandmother Barb, who I love, said they're listening this morning. And they sent in a donation to the food bank in honor of little Oscar and Brian. It's those sorts of stories that make this work. And I think for me, on a personal level, it's more than just a numbers game, 400,000 meals. It's the folks that you impact with that food. Brian mentioned something about some folks are too ashamed to ask for help. I've seen it. We've lived it. We've had to do it so many times, go to people's homes, knock on a door and drop off money and or food, gift cards, that we understand that. But what we have now is a situation where more folks need than ever before. And since that is the crisis that we're all living in Allegheny County, that we have to help them. Allegheny County is no different than the rest of America. We have pockets of poverty that need help, always need help. And this amazing hour and this wonderful Mariner Financial Group is donating a matching donation of up to 30,000 meals. That's actually pretty darn cool. You heard they're wonderful employees. I wanted to ask them about this with Mariner Finance doing this. If you want to donate, text NEED to 50155, 50155, or call 412-301-3793. Oh, I got a chance to talk to Barb. Hi, Barb.
Hello, Marty. How are you?
Forget me. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm pretty worn out, but I'm on a new oncology research program.
Are you?
It's like exercises for balance, and so it keeps me moving and going. And then, of course, Oscar. Unfortunately, he's not with us today, but every Thursday we get to babysit Oscar. So that's wonderful.
My man actually heard us talking about someone in need, and he wanted to give him gift cards for food. Did he not?
Marty, it's the craziest thing. I mean, we sort of have KDKA on in the house in the background, never really thought much about it. And he heard that. And I think at the time I talked to him about, Oscar, some people go to bed hungry every night, and sometimes it's kids go to bed. And we talked about how that would feel. Okay, so that was that. And then a couple of days later, he came to me with a paper and a pencil.
Whoa.
And he said to me, write this down. So I'm not, what's he going to ask me to do? He's 4. And I forget exactly what it was because I gave the note to his parents, but it was something like, we need to help Marty help his friend who's hungry and can't afford food, or something like that.
Yeah.
I wrote down everything he said. I wrote it down. And I thought, all right, this is the Holy Spirit. This is the second time this came up. Now we actually got to do something. So I talked to Oscar more about it. Now, so Ron and I went to the store. We got gift certificates from 2 grocery stores because we weren't sure where Brian shopped.
Yeah.
And then we brought Oscar to the station. And that morning, I'd already told you we were going to be bringing him, and he didn't want to go. And I said, buddy, I mean, you can't, he wouldn't get dressed. I don't know if you remember. He came in his pajamas. he wouldn't get dressed.
I recall.
But then once we were there, once we were there, we got to meet Larry, and got to meet you, and he'd seen you once before.
Mm-hmm.
But sitting in your chair, he got to sit in the chair, and he talked a little bit. But yeah, I was surprised he even talked at all for the mood he was in. But it was. I almost thought, oh my gosh, we're not going to get him in there after all this with Marty. But anyway, he did it.
And you made a donation in honor of him this morning.
We did, because I listened to you, but I'm not as much, and I just happened to be sitting down for 1 minute. I heard you mention Oscar, and I thought, all right, Holy Spirit, knocking on my door, don't ignore it. I went on your website and just did the thing with our credit card. You make it real easy, but it's so hard to think about people, even children, to not have enough food. And, we don't live large. We don't have a lot of money, but we're blessed. We have a roof over our heads. We can go to the grocery store and not sweat it out. And there's too many people out there not like us.
Barbara, love you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you too, Marty. Keep it up.
Tell my man I said hi.
I will do that. Bye-bye now.
Oscar, my man.
Just hearing the word
to deal with the IRS, and now successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than $5,000 or $5 million. Even if you're working with someone else, they can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments. Is they won't take your case unless they tax defense right now for a free no risk 800-284 everything to gain. 800-284
A bunch of restaurants in Oklahoma. Everyone, right now. College hoops, carnivores, sports. All my boys, JK's Restaurants and bars. Check it out. The best. JK's Joints.
Proud to be the voice of KDKA.
Recalling more than 250 Lincoln and Explorer. The rear view camera and other safety. 25 Lincoln Navigators, the 2020 and Ford Explorer. Ford is planning to bring their vehicles to a dealership for a free update. Is a problem when driving at night, and a new say the problem has become worse in the last 10 years. It's more than a minor annoyance.
At this time, this survey like Larry, there's certainly something we have to look at.
Prescription glasses and women experience than other drivers. A new bill could soon change companies to replace every tree that's cut down.
Salisbury's bill aimed at preserving headed to the full House for consideration.
Of preserving the character. Not required to do anything about treatment.
Required to plant a new tree within 2 years. Where they're planted. Tamara Rush News Radio.
373. KDKA Radio News Time. News Radio KDKA.
Beano's original submarine dressing departments throughout America. Today, as a Pittsburgh-based company, they've chosen to partner with the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank.
So I'm in the neighborhood, and I see the biggest tree I've ever seen from someone's front lawn. Amazing expertise. You know what it was? Best price. Best the best. Greater Pitt Tree Service.
In the heart of North Oakland on Craig Street. Meet the Deli King, where homemade they don't cut corners, they slice. The deli sandwiches that keep you coming back. This isn't just fun. The Deli King, home of Pittsburgh's best deli sandwiches.
And a great lawyer. One of the best lawyers. His team, superstars, also amazing. Mike Paul. They're feared by doctors and insurance companies. CaringLawyers.com. 412. Go to the webpage and check out the mind-blowing. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement
What's up, Marty? Is we have good news. We have from the inbound or southbound Parkway north, just having obstacle-free traffic. Parkway north, you have a multi-lane delay right around the Banksville on-ramp. Tunnels. 28 looks great right now. Coming through Etna because of daylight construction. 1020 KDKA.
And siding, Pittsburgh's #1. 829-7711.
47, partly due to times mostly milder in the afternoon, high 60. KDKA.
One of my close friends and their financial future and taking care of it. And she sent me a text this morning. Elder care, estate planning. Amazing people at GrayElderLaw.com. Amazing folks. 412-458-6.
KDKA radio text line is driven by KennyRoss.com.
Let's return. For providing meals for our neighbors in need. Text NEED to 50155. Message and data rates may apply. On 100.1 FM and AM 1020.
Most Americans can't wrap their arms around, I can't believe 1 in 5 people's hungry because you don't live it. I have to take these experiences in my life, and I literally make my kids come with me when we do Get Marty stuff, because I think it kind of brings it home. I know Amanda knows this, and she's sitting here with me. Like, for instance, when we give away a bunch of furniture. We fill a house with furniture. You go to a house, they have no furniture, man. They're poor. And I bring my kids, like, oh, okay. When you go to a house that has no toys for Christmas, and you have a Santa with you, and you put toys in that house, and you bring your kids, like, oh. I brought my son with us one year when we were putting furnaces in. My son never been to a house where folks had no heat and had no food and had no money. And I think it makes a difference when you kind of wrap your arms around it. Folks out there that think there's no way that many people can be hungry don't live it and don't have that financial stress. Where I see the biggest issue, and Amanda's here with me, and she is more in tune to making a difference than anyone, because she is very critical to us raising money for the Warmathon, is that most people don't see tremendous need until they need it themselves, Amanda. Then it becomes something that they have value. You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely true. I mean, we talk about it in the perspective of with Warmathon for Dollar Energy Fund, it's not a hand out, it's a hand up.
Yep.
So you're helping people. A lot of these people aren't going to necessarily need the food bank again.
Yeah.
In the near future. Maybe they need it a few years down the road or something like that, but these are people that need it right in that moment because they had their car break down. They need to use their car to be able to get to work, to be able to pay the rest of their bills, and all the ends just aren't meeting.
I like this community champion thing. That's cool, Amanda.
It is. I mean, so it's $11 a month. So you think about that. Cook your own food and take it to work for lunch for one day.
Come on.
And you probably save $11 in one day just by cooking, like taking leftovers for lunch instead of eating out.
It's true.
And that's $11 a month, and then you're entered to win. You're entered for a chance to win 2 tickets to our exclusive Night Before concert with Jason Aldean. Simple.
It's amazing. $11.
$11 for the entirety of the month. We're not talking $11 per day, $11 per week. We're talking $11 for the month.
It's fantastic. And it's astounding how much that they get so much out of $11.
Oh, they do. I mean, we look at it as $1 can help to support 3 meals for someone because of the ability that the food bank has of buying things in bulk and all those types of things. And so you think about it, you hear some of the amounts that come through, I don't have a couple $100s to spare, because in reality, a lot of us don't. But if you have $5 to spare, then that equates to 15 meals to be able to provide for someone.
It's important. Go through some of these giveaways I love, please.
Let's see what we got. Like. I gotta pull up my sheet to see everything.
Yeah, they're very cool.
So currently what's happening in this 11 o'clock hour, one person who donates $50 will have a chance to win a concert prize pack from Live Nation. So they have their brand new venue that's going to be opening up right by PPG Paints Arena, Citizens Live at the Wiley. So you could win a pair of tickets to see Styx in October, a pair of tickets to see Chelsea Handler coming in October, and then Wyatt Flores, a country act, coming in November. So all you have to do is donate $50, and again, that translates to 150 meals for someone, and that's what we like to talk about, is what we're providing in meals to people. And all you have to do is donate that 150 meals, and then you're entered for a chance to win 2 tickets to all of those shows. Lots of cool stuff coming up. We have on our sister station Y108 coming up in the 12 o'clock hour, we have our exclusive 8-man jam concert that we put on, and you could win, if you donate 150 meals next hour, you could win 2 tickets to that show plus dinner for 2 at Monterano's Prime. And I know you've probably been there, Marty. That place is delicious.
Really was.
A 1-night hotel stay at the Landing Hotel after the show. So you get 2 tickets to this show, and then you can stay at the hotel afterward, the beautiful Landing Hotel, and a Rivers Casino gift card. So all you have to do is next hour, in the 12 o'clock hour, you donate 150 meals. So simple and easy. And we have multiple ways to donate. You can simply text NEED to 50155. We have our phone number, 412-301-3793. The phone bank is literally 10 steps away from us right now, right in our theater. So we have multiple people that are waiting by to take your call, or you can go online. So we have the online donation center, the Metropolitan Window Company online donation center, pittsburghfoodbank.org/need. You go there. You can quickly find if you want to donate that monthly for the $11 a month. You click monthly for a donation. You click $11. You put your information in. It'll take you 60 seconds to do this.
Patrick, break that down into cents, my brother. That's good stuff you put in there.
Yeah, simple math. $11 a day, 30 days. It's less than 37 cents a day. That's it.
I mean, think about like the pressure at the pump right now, all that stuff. That's like I say, just take leftovers for lunch one day.
No,
Don't buy coffee for 2 mornings maybe. Just make coffee at home and put it in a thermos and take it with you 2 days out of the month, and you're saving $11 that you could put towards someone that really truly needs it. And what we talk about too is you don't really know who needs this. People, as much as they can, try to hide food insecurity.
True.
So it might be
seen this. Yeah, I've
it
seen
might
this.
be
Yeah.
a family that you know where the mom and dad maybe eat one meal a day because they're trying to make sure that their kids can have 3
That's
meals
true.
a day. And so it's all those different things that you're looking at when it comes to people, because they can hide a lot of things from you if they want to, which food insecurity is one of them. But why? I mean, if you need help, then the food bank is here to help you. And I was listening this morning to Bubba and Melanie on 100.7 Star on Bubba Show, and they had a ton of people that were calling in talking about stories. There was a woman from a school district that she didn't want to name, where she was talking about they started their own food pantry through the Boosters Club because there was kids that were losing an immense amount of weight throughout the football season because they weren't having adequate meals throughout the season, or maybe towards the beginning of the season they were passing out during practice because they weren't having enough meals to be able to provide them with enough nutrients to be able to get through a football practice in a day. So there's so many different organizations out there that are trying to help, and the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is tied into so many of them, and all the dollars stay local. That's the biggest thing. So you're not talking about, oh, I'm going to donate to the food bank and then it's going to go to Ohio, or it's going to go to over here or there. It's going to the Western Pennsylvania area. It's going to help neighbors that, like I talked about, you might not know are food insecure.
Important stuff, folks. Throw out those numbers again, please, and contact. Please,
you can text NEED to 50155, call 412-301-3793, or you can go to pittsburghfoodbank.org/need right now.
Thank you, my friend. Light them up, folks. Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
It's approaching your maybe not so favorite tunnels. Portals and outbound, a little bit slow going. Want to jump over to the construction file there. 3 p.m. today, you'll have some crews working in. Looks like the weather's certainly allowing that to happen with the sunshine outside. Between the Virginia Avenue and Jefferson Street intersections and crews to do some inspection of gas to make Heads up there with AAA traffic. I'm Ellen Gamble.
KDKA Radio on the Odyssey
Compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma. The goal is simple: maximize your recovery. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of mesothelioma are fighting back. 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
Credit card debt at all-time highs, debt relief. Now being made available, designed to aid consumers with this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction. This is a relief program that
for you to call to learn. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline. 800-390-1164.
Building your savings and planning for the future. From growth to sustainable income. Structured retirement plans designed to help protect. To claim your complimentary where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Burritos for your call center crew in Plano. Easy Cater. Hot chicken sandwiches. Your teams may be spread out across the country, but you've got one with food they love from favorite restaurants. Easy Cater. Food for the workplace. All in one place. Order now at easycater.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
When it's happening, News Radio KDKA is telling you about it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
To the Rooney family, to Art, to Jim Rooney, to now young Dan Rooney, they define Pittsburgh in so many ways. They represent that city in every which way with pride. And I think this draft is something that is really important to all of them and to the Steelers in general.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey, I'm Sam. And I'm Calvin. When we started Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks, it wasn't a big crew or a fancy shop, just Calvin and me in our grandma's garage.
We'd load up our tools every morning, build decks all day, then unpack right there in her driveway.
That little garage laid the foundation for what Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks is all about. Working hard, staying honest, and treating people like family.
We've grown a lot since then, but those family values still guide every job we do. Call the Cousins.
Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. Call the Cousins.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and Memorial Highway. Brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and by MediConnect. Medicare made simple on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Isley's is also a sponsor.
Now, the South Hills Lincoln Tote Board Update. The KDKA Radio Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon.
I'm kind of looking forward to, because I heard Pratt talking about this. Isley's is opening a new store in the Strip. Brian Goulash is here with me. That's going to be cool. You know?
Isley's Chip Chopped Ham.
In those big cones, I think they'll kick butt. Don't you?
Takes me back to my childhood.
That's what I'm saying. It's just old school.
Hey, things come in cycles, right?
Yeah. I hope they kick ass. I love Ice. Always did, man. All right. Update us, brother.
Yeah, we are making great strides right now. We continue to climb. We are at 171,309 meals, and it's not even the PM side of the day yet. So we're pacing very well. If we don't have an official goal in mind, but
I say 500,000 meals, man. Let's blow the doors off of it, brother.
Yeah, we're definitely moving, and we are pacing well ahead of last year. So, but again, it's just because we're pacing ahead of last year doesn't mean we need to stop. We need to keep going because the need is greater than last year.
Well, describe that need, please.
So right now there are 320,000 individuals in southwestern Pennsylvania who are food insecure. That's 1 in 8 of the population, 1 in 5 children. Half of the people that we feed are seniors and children. So when you look at those populations, and get away from age, we work with veterans groups. There's so many other breakdowns, and that is some of the areas that we're looking into more right now as part of our new strategic plan, is really drilling down the who, the where, and the why. And the why may be the most important part of this, because I mentioned in the last hour, if we can understand the root causes, that why, it'll help us position those individuals and families for success so they can get out of that cycle of needing food insecurity.
Hey, tell people what folks get. It might sound stupid, but what do you get when you come to the food bank for food?
Yeah, so if you come to our on-site pantry, the market in Duquesne, it is set up like a traditional grocery store. If you looked in, actually, Giant Eagle helped us set the space up and plan the space out. But you walk in, you do have your non-perishable items. But one of the things that we've looked more intentionally at the past 10 years is fresh food.
Nice.
It's the most requested food. And it's not just produce. About 43% of all the food distributed is produce. But about 60% of all the food that we distribute is fresh food.
Wow.
So in addition to your produce,
wow,
that's also your proteins, your meats, your dairies, your cheeses, things along those lines, eggs. So it's those items that you're able to pick up when you come to the market in partnership with Giant Eagle at the food bank in Duquesne. But then when you go to one of our agency partners out in the 11 counties, that's where you also have the opportunity to pick up more of those non-perishable items. Some of those are set up with refrigeration, some aren't. So depending on where you're at, but we're working to have all of our partners have some type of refrigeration so we can provide more fresh items. And then you go to our drive up and walk up distribution, same thing, the pre-packed food boxes. But there's a lot of more hearty produce that's out there now that doesn't need to be refrigerated as long. So carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, onions, apples, things of that like that. We're still able to get those fresh, healthier food items out there, because traditionally when you think of what a food bank does, when we were established in 1980, the non-perishable items, they're loaded with a lot of sugar, a lot of salt. But when you provide fresher options, not only are we providing food, we're providing healthier options so they can get their health back on track as well.
So I pull up. What do I go through? People get ashamed and embarrassed about questions and stuff. What's the play? How's it work?
So when you come to the pantry at the food bank in Duquesne, you'll come into our intake area. We will just take basic name and address from you, but also try to get some more information. If you want to provide it, what other resources do you possibly need? Because again, I mentioned earlier, it's not just the food that we want to connect you with. We want to connect you with other resources so we can connect you with our database of partners, whether that's energy assistance, whether that's housing assistance, education, employment assistance. And then you actually will get partnered with a shopping buddy and walk through all 5 aisles. So when you come in, we want to provide a sense of dignity, respect, self-respect. So you
no judgment. Let's be honest.
You walk in, we know that people, when you walk through the doors, there may be something going on that's a hardship in your life. And we want to make you as comfortable as possible. So we take you up and down the aisles. We'll show you what's available.
Nice.
If you have a question of what type of food this is or what you can do with it, I was just telling Kiki over at Whammo, we have recipe cards that we can provide. So if there's a piece of produce that you don't know what that is, you have a recipe card, and all the recipe cards are 9 items and less. And that includes the main ingredient, salt, pepper, and water. So there's 4 right there. But if you get a rutabaga or sweet potato or something you can create a casserole out of, we put it together very easily so all these meals can be completed in about 15 to 20 minutes. So you can actually utilize the produce that we're giving you, because a lot of people, they're not familiar with some of the things we're able to give away. But when we do give that food to you, we want to make sure you utilize it as best as possible.
So $1 gets you what? How many meals?
$1 provides enough food for up to 3 meals.
How?
Again, so
it's not a candy bar, man.
It's not, but the way that we are able to partner with other food banks, with our wholesale distributors, a grocery store like Giant Eagle, like Giant Eagle, they provide a lot of financial support to us throughout the year, but they also provide a lot of food assistance. They donate product to the food bank. So when you take the donated product with the purchased product, you add it all up. That's how we're able to stretch that dollar.
Wasn't it 1 in 4 at one point?
It was $1 provided enough food for up to 5 million.
Yeah.
And that was 4 years ago, and that calculation that adjusted for energy costs.
Of course.
And food prices go up. So when we are making the purchased food, it is costing more. So
it's amazing.
Everything when it goes up, it has an impact in other areas.
Thanks, my man. You're the best.
Thank you.
My man is working he's exhausted. He's the best. The best.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. And brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Food insecurity is still a reality in our community. 1 in 8 neighbors struggles to put food on the table, and many are seniors. That's why MediConnect is partnering with KDKA Radio to help feed the need right here in our community. MediConnect also helps seniors understand their Medicare options. If you're turning 65 or reviewing coverage, their local experts provide trusted one-on-one guidance at no cost. 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Insurance.com. Love them.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid to know.
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
33 with a few clouds at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. As airstrikes battered Iran and Iranian missiles and drones targeted Israel and sites across the Mideast, Pakistan's leader wrote today on X his country is ready to facilitate talks to end the war. Now, the U.S. has reportedly agreed to talks in principle, while mediators are still working to convince Iran. The Iranian foreign minister said he has been talking about the war this week with counterparts in several countries. U.S. senators are discussing a proposal to end the Homeland Security budget stalemate by funding much of the department, including TSA airport workers who are going without pay. The deal would exclude ICE operations. DHS is now being overseen by former Oklahoma U.S. Senator Markwayne Mullin, whose nomination was approved by the Senate on Monday. Reaction is coming in to legislation introduced today in Pittsburgh Council that would prohibit police from working with ICE. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has the story.
The city GOP issued a statement saying federal immigration enforcement is the responsibility of federal agencies, adding the bills would set a dangerous precedent about selectively cooperating with federal authorities. Some public commenters at Tuesday's session agreed.
I'm an old school Democrat. I'm a Kennedy Democrat, Clinton Democrat, Obama Democrat, and I'm tired of these San Francisco values being infiltrated in our city.
But the bill's supporters spoke out too.
I'm really proud of the city for starting to take steps towards protecting people's constitutional rights in the city.
The proposals come up for more discussion next Wednesday. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Property assessment is on the agenda today for Allegheny County Council. A bill is expected to be introduced to require reassessments of all property values every 3 years beginning in 2028. Allegheny County's last reassessment took place about 14 years ago. Leaders in Butler County are taking another step toward a possible municipal merger. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has more.
Adams Township and Mooresboro officials are holding a second joint public hearing tonight at 12 Oaks Mansion to discuss a proposed merger between the two communities. Unlike the first meeting in January, representatives from Pennsylvania's Department of Community and Economic Development will be on hand to explain how the process works and answer questions. Local leaders say the discussion isn't being driven by population growth alone, but by opportunities to improve shared services like EMS, fire protection, sewer and library operations. Officials say a merger could strengthen partnerships that already exist between the neighboring municipalities. Residents are encouraged to register online if they plan to attend. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Allegheny County hunters bagged more deer than last season. An estimate released by the Game Commission says hunters in the county harvested 7.6% more white-tailed deer during the 2025-26 season. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 29 points at 46,238. The Nasdaq is down 116, and the S&P is down 7 points. KDKA Sports, Colorado visits the Penguins tonight. First face-off is at 7 p.m. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for an affordable health insurance plan tailored to your needs. 33, partly cloudy in Pittsburgh with the AccuWeather forecast coming up.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Hey, it's Andrew Filippone for my guys at Comer & Cross. With warmer weather, right now is the right time to call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Before that schedule fills up, your new Comer & Cross garage floor will transform your garage in just one day. And take it from me, you will love it. Comer & Cross makes it so simple. They take all the stuff out of the garage for you. They can even make it secure on site. They'll fix your cracks and pits in your garage perfectly. And one day, you're driving on your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor. It is an incredible experience. So take advantage of Comer & Cross's great offer right now, the gold standard, a garage floor that's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever again. And these are pros, not subcontractors. So call Comer & Cross for your free, quick, and easy estimate before that schedule fills up. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or just say, hey, Siri, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR to speak to them or go to COMERcross.com.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today, sunny to partly cloudy, not so cold for the afternoon, high 47. Partly to at times, mostly cloudy tonight, though 33. For tomorrow, clouds, some sunshine, and becoming milder in the afternoon, high 60. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Performance Food Service Pittsburgh is one of the nation's largest and fastest growing distributors. As we grow, we need to continue adding great people. We're currently hiring for Class A drivers with a $15,000 sign-on bonus. If you're hungry for a great company, great culture, competitive pay, and full benefits, visit us at jobs.performancefoodservice.com. That's jobs.performancefoodservice.com. And as always, we urge you to support your local neighborhood restaurants. That's Performance Food Service Pittsburgh.
The biggest reason Metropolitan Window Company has been in business since 1978 is our huge list of satisfied customers.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you're getting expertise and attention to detail from a trusted business that puts your needs first.
You're also getting our exclusive Infinity from Marvin 100% fiberglass windows that are built for life.
The most important part of a window is the framing. Fiberglass frames won't lose their dimensional integrity. They're the strongest, longest-lasting window you can buy.
And right now, you can save 20% and get financing on every window and door product we offer.
Stop by one of our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Welcome to the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. Please help in providing meals for our neighbors in need for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. To make a donation, text NEED to 50155 on our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text line. That's NEED 50155. Message and data rates may apply. It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, you say hi. Say hi to the people.
Hi. Hi. What's your name? Hi.
You say Bailey.
Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
Can you say donate? Can you say donate?
Can you say King Marty?
You can say King.
Get Marty. Get Marty.
Say get. Are you being shy, huh?
Amanda, thank you. You made our whole day.
I know. I thought so.
She's friggin' beautiful.
Mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, Mommy. Pap.
And Pap's out there too.
There's Pap.
Tell the people. Say donate.
Donate.
Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Can you tell Pittsburgh? Can you say love you?
Oh my God,
Good
she's
job.
wonderful. Thank you, my dear. That's what it's all about, ma'am. Wow. Meantime, one of my favorite humans, one of my close friends. Life is fascinating. We could have been raised in the same neighborhood. I see him all the time. I ask him for advice all the time. The best thing I can say about Bill Artman is that everyone in the stores, everyone loves the man. And when you have 32,000 employees, that's tough. It's tough. Giant Eagle CEO Bill Artman, what's up, brother?
Morning, Marty. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Actually, it's afternoon now. I'm great. Thanks a lot for having me on.
Well, thank you for this. Having been blessed with the opportunity to spend time with you, this sort of thing is really important to you, sir. Tell us why.
Well, food insecurity is, obviously a major concern, and with us being doing what we do, which is provide both pharmaceuticals and food to the communities in which we operate in. Anytime we have an opportunity to participate and partner with Odyssey for a Feed the Need Radiothon and really try to bring everybody together to fight food insecurity, it's what we do. It's what Giant Eagle is founded on. Give back to the community, be part of the community, and we're just proud to support the Radiothon.
In fact, you've never said no. Whenever we ask for help, he steps up. In fact, you've pulled that big truck you have into food deserts so folks can shop and make a difference there. You believe in this sort of thing, don't you, sir, making a difference?
Absolutely, Marty. A lot of us are fortunate that we don't have to worry where our next meal's coming from or don't have to worry about what trade-offs we're going to make in order to eat. And anytime we have a chance to go in and put a dent into food insecurity, we want to be part of it. I'm really proud of our partnership with the Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. I think Lisa and the team do a fantastic job there, and we're really proud of that partnership for many, many of years. You mentioned the food truck. We're happy that we can go into communities that don't have a grocery store that's local and provide wholesome, nutritious food. Very, very important to us. It's a top priority for us, and this is just one more example of us partnering with a great company like yours and really engaging the community to all pitch in together.
And Giant Eagle CEO Bill Artman, you're also very cognizant of prices and food costs and inflation, and you've made it paramount to you to make sure that a lot of what folks buy, they can afford, sir. It's very important to you, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a long way to go on that topic. Continuing to try to really focus on how we can take costs out and put it back into pricing and make food, nutritious food, as affordable as possible for our guests. We consider operating in the communities that we operate in this case, in the Pittsburgh market. It's a privilege. And, it's our privilege to operate, but, really we got to make sure that we are affordable. And I've been made that a focus for all the time that I've been in this role, and we continue to work hard to try to bring costs down and to try to offset, the rising costs of inflation.
Well, as a result of the pantry you have in the partnership with the food bank, more than 300,000 people have benefited from that. It's kind of hard to wrap your arms around that much need, isn't it, sir?
It is, and unfortunately, that need continues to grow. And when you visit the food bank or you meet with the food bank execs, first off, they're such wonderful people and doing fantastic work. It's always, a focus on how can we do more. That's from our perspective. They're very appreciative of what we do now, but how can we continue to do more? And it really does. It takes all of us to continue to fight this.
Bill Artman, CEO with Giant Eagle, he's very busy. One final question. You make it very important to you to go into the stores. So you see all sorts of communities, sir, and all sorts of need, don't you, sir?
Yeah, we operate in 5 states.
Yep.
Our primary markets are, Pittsburgh and Cleveland are our 2 primary markets. Fortunate enough to have 30,000 team members that work hard every day to try to take care of our customers. But these opportunities, whether it's how do you provide affordable food, how do you fight food insecurity, it's not targeted to one place. It's everywhere.
Sure.
And the more we can do, particularly in the markets that we operate in, it's just our small part and how we can continue to try to help the communities. And there's registered campaigns going on, and I really appreciate all of our cashiers that are out there that are working hard to help drive the awareness to get more customers to donate.
My man, your people are like my family. I mean, they're yelling out, how's Rosie? Talking about our dog. How's Vince with swimming? It's that personal touch that you bring to the store and those walkthroughs that you do that makes Giant Eagle special. And the generosity of you and your employees makes it great, sir. We thank you, Bill. Appreciate you, man.
Marty, thank you, and appreciate everyone. And please donate and contribute to help fight food insecurity. Take care. Thank you.
Bill Artman, my man. He's the best ever.
It's the KDKA Radio Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. You can log on to the Metropolitan Window Company online donation center now at kdkaradio.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
Wintertime, freezing temperatures, busted pipes. Man, that's terrible. And when that pipe breaks, damage spreads fast. It's terrible. That's when you call Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Yep. 24/7, 365. Residential and commercial water damage emergencies. Stopping that damage, cleaning up the mess, getting your property back to normal and fast. When winter hits hard, demand that yellow van. Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. Call 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Did you know that the only cause of mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos? Did you know that many local area tradesmen were exposed to asbestos and didn't even know it? The sad reality is asbestos-related diseases are often fatal, yet entirely preventable. Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky, and White understands the complexities of asbestos exposure and are dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve. GPW can't change the past, but we'll work to transform your future. Call 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and Memorial Highway. Brought to you in part by Aetna, and by Isley's and Beano's on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bill Hartman's the man. You know what makes him great? He's done everything in the store. Everything. He reminds me, and I don't want to embarrass him, because if he hears this, he'll probably die. He reminds me of this guy that I met in Arkansas, outside of Little Rock, at a really small airport. And one of my friends, I worked in Tulsa, in a big piece of property in Arkansas, which, by the way, is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And he would fly from Tulsa in his helicopter with me sometimes to his property in Arkansas, and we'd land at this little airport. Fine. And Artman reminds me of this guy that I had a chance to meet and talk with a couple times in Arkansas at this little airport. And when I first met him, he was older, like my age, like early 60s, in his 60s. And he was standing by a Cessna, single engine. Why do I tell you that? Because the Cessna single engine is about the cheapest plane you can fly. Okay? Okay. And the reason why that's important to this conversation is my buddy's name was Larry. He said, Marty, come over here. I want you to meet my buddy. So we walk over to the Cessna, and the guy's working on the engine, doing something with it. Who cares? Tinkering. And my buddy says, Marty Griffin, this is Bill Walton. Huh? Okay. So there you go. And was he the richest man in the world at the time? I don't know. But they're the richest family in the world. One of the Waltons. And he's amazing and kind and laid back and common. And it was cool. And I saw him a couple times, and very humble beginnings. I had this idea about selling groceries, and it's now Walmart. The richest family in the world, combined wealth. And Patrick's from Arkansas. They own that town and by the way, Patrick, you know this, they're insanely philanthropic. People don't like them sometimes. But
Oh my gosh, they do a lot of good. My stepfather was his mailman in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and he used to drive that same old pickup truck everywhere he went.
And one more story. These are the kind of guys that Artman reminds me of because they're humble. Sam Walton, net worth. What was his net worth? Hold on. Wow, he's a billionaire fast. Was he the richest man in the world when he died? He was the second richest man in the world behind Bill Gates. Ross Perot, similar, in the same kind of a background as Artman, did everything. And what he would do, Ross Perot, is he would drive this deuce and a quarter, which is a Buick. And he would go to the same barbecue joint by himself. Now, at the time, he was worth $8 billion. And he was a brilliant, brilliant man. And I have this great story about him and his wife. We were at a charity event, and he was donating, of course. And in Texas, and in particular Dallas, they have these insanely large diamond rings. The women do. Perot's wife didn't. She had a real small ring. Now, remember, he's worth $8 billion. And she was so sweet. And I said, Miss Perot, what is that? And it was Ross's graduation ring from West Point. She never had a diamond because that's what she wanted and that's what she was proud of. And he never quit driving the deuce and a quarter. Artman's the same way. Always in the stores. Always talking to employees. Always figuring out how to do better for the customer. And probably the most insanely competitive business I've ever seen. Insanely competitive. And when they step up, they do it because they want to make a difference. And he has never said no. His marketing people have never said no when we've asked them for gift cards or food donations or financial donations. And it makes a big difference in this town. And it makes a big difference for folks who are struggling. Do me a favor. I have not done this entire show. If you have used the food bank, give us a buzz. 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. If you have used the food bank, 866-391-1020. Please give us a call. I want your stories because I think people need to hear them. Okay, folks? By the way, right now, the 12 o'clock hour is donate $50 for a chance to win 2 tickets. It's actually very cool. To Y108's 8-Man Jam. Okay? And dinner for 2 at Maradano's. I love that place. Marinelli's, Martirano's, Prime. Went to a meal there recently. It was absolutely fabulous. And a one-night stay at the Landings Hotel and a Rivers Casino gift card. Fantastic. Call 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793, or text NEED to 50155. If you have used the food bank, call us 866-391-1020, 866-391-1020. One more humble rich guy story. Warren Buffett. What is he, the first, second, fourth richest man on earth? Worth anywhere between $130 and $200 billion. Anyway, lives in the same brick home, the same brick house that he's lived in for more than 40 years. There's something about men who make a difference and men who understand what it means to make a difference, that they're not focused on the stuff they have. They're focused on the things they do. And it's one of the things in the philosophies about Giant Eagle that I love. And it starts at the top with Artman. He gets it. If you've used the food bank, give us a call, 866-391-1020.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you, because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
My friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. James from Lower Borough was so happy with the roof work NASCO did in his home that he had them do his mother's roof as well. James loved NASCO's quality work and appreciated NASCO working with his insurance company to get everything approved. NASCO has satisfied thousands like James. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
Ahoy, matey! Is that a new phone? Aye, Captain, that's my new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. You must have paid a pretty doubloon for that. Nay, 'twas zero down from Cricket Wireless. So, you plundered it. Nay, again, 'tis a monthly payment plan with BreadPay. You're shivering me timbers. I shiver you not. Me first payment is next month. Aye, that's not a plunder. That's a steal.
Get a new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE for $0 down when you pay over time with BreadPay. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Subject to approval of credit application. BreadPay loans are made by Comenity Capital Bank and Bread Financial Company.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
So I'm in the neighborhood, and I see these massive trucks. Massive. Removing the biggest tree I've ever seen from someone's front lawn and doing it insanely well. Professional, trained, amazing expertise. You know it was Greater Pitt Tree Service. My man Carlos. The best in the business. Best price. Best equipment. Best training. Best background. I'm serious. The best. Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-8733.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 37 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. Mayor O'Connor has sent his proposals to revise the budget to City Council. News Radio KDK's David Botterato has more.
Council's Finance Chair Erica Strasburger says the mayor's revised budget calls for corrections to health care and retiree benefit costs, as well as updating costs for collective bargaining agreements, this winter's blizzard cleanup, and finding new money from payroll preparation tax collections. Strasburger says the amended budget calls for $28 million in new expenditures with $6 million in new revenue. Controller Rachel Heisler says her office is still reviewing these proposals, but says council needs to evaluate each expense and its necessity. She adds in a statement that the reserve should not be a revenue substitute. David Botterato, News Radio KDKA.
A vast majority of U.S. drivers say headlight glare is worsening. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has results of that new survey.
New AAA research finds 6 in 10 drivers say headlight glare is a problem at night.
And about 3/4 of them believe that it has worsened over the past decade.
AAA's Jim Garrity says the survey shows headlight glare is not just annoying, it can reduce a driver's ability to safely navigate dark roads.
When you're driving, it's always good, of course, to avoid looking directly into those lights and trying to find something else so that you can safely stay on the road without being what feels like temporarily blinded.
92% of the drivers surveyed said bright oncoming headlights are their top concern. Garrity says glare is something that should be looked into. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Plans are in the works to bring a donut franchise and an indoor golf simulator to Adams Town Center. The plans were revealed during last night's meeting of Adams Township supervisors. A Butler Eagle report says developer and business owner Ray Nelson wants to open a Dunkin' in the town center in September. A golf simulator in the same building will be known as Back Nine Golf. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 92 points, the NASDAQ down 105. The S&P 500 is down a point. KDKA Radio News time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander and the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
Harold Shepley. People are getting their tax returns back. Should they use that to pay off their debt? Or you have any other suggestions, my man?
Yeah, Marty, a lot of times people, they'll take that tax return and they try to pay on their debt, but it's not enough to handle everything. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. So instead of wasting that tax return, they need to leverage it by calling my law firm to do either a debt negotiation or a bankruptcy.
Go to shepleylaw.com.
Looking for the best of New Orleans? Let AAA take you to the heart of the Big Easy September 7th through the 11th, 2026. Enjoy round-trip air from Pittsburgh, 4 nights right on Bourbon Street in the French Quarter, and unforgettable experiences, including the New Orleans School of Cooking, Mardi Gras World, the National World War II Museum, a Louisiana Swamp Boat Tour, Laura Plantation, and a jazz dinner cruise, plus 8 delicious meals and more, all starting at $2,865 per person, double occupancy. Space is limited. Visit your local AAA branch or call 1-800-354-8761 today.
This weather has me outside looking at this bay window we have in front of our house. All right? And then I put my hands on the inside and I feel that draft. You been there? You done that? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Now's the time to go right at this amazing opportunity with Universal Windows Direct. So, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. How about this? 0% interest for 36 months. How about this? $500 off your home improvement project when you schedule this month. Folks, you cannot beat this. 412-545-6003. 412-545-6003. They're comfortable. They're energy efficient. They have this really cool space saver technology. And by the way, they will give you a free in-home estimate. UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
Cold weather can freeze pipes, and when they burst, the damage adds up fast. For homes or businesses, call Service Master Greater Pittsburgh. On call 24/7, 365 for water damage emergencies. Demand that yellow van. Call 412-RECOVER.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Sunshine and some clouds for the rest of today. Our high 47, partly to mostly cloudy tonight, though 33. More clouds and sun tomorrow, but becoming milder in the afternoon. Tomorrow's high near 60. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Blew out my voice. Could not speak. Period. Excessive radiation and chemo to my throat ruined my throat. UPMC set up 2 doctors, 2 specialists. Therapy, voice therapy, breathing therapy, different steroids, different vitamins, different foods, different exercises. UPMC stepped in, and I'm back. UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all. Because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep. Now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Let's return to the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. Please help in providing meals for our neighbors in need for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. To make a donation, text NEED to 50155 on our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text line. Message and data rates may apply. It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Bill Ortman, the CEO of Giant Eagle, sent me a bunch of gift cards. And I really did, I went and gave them to a bunch of people. And just go buy groceries. Giant Eagle's cool, man. I get irritated with some folks who whine about prices, and I get that. But I kind of live the Giant Eagle experience because it's personal to me. I swear I was in there yesterday at the pharmacy. And I've been going there since my kids were babies. And they ask about our dog who had a tooth removed today. I swear. How's your wife? How are you feeling? How's your cancer? All that stuff. They'll know when you're sick. They know exactly what you need. I mean, it's kind of cool. And I know you can kind of sort of worry about prices because I do. I see some of the escalation in prices. But they really kind of get the whole idea of taking care of people. The deli folks, they know exactly what you want from the deli. Heck, we've been going there 25 years. It's our family. It's kind of cool. Meantime, I wanted to talk to folks who have used the food bank because we've lived this. I have so many kind of cool friends that step up. I remember Mark Sorreo, and one of my boys bought a bunch of lunch meat. Literally had a truck driving here from New York, I think. We gave away 10,000 sandwiches. It was crazy. I mean, I'm a true believer in raising hell, as you know, but raising hell for a reason, and this is one of them. Martin, thanks for your patience, brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's up?
I just wanted to say, I used the food bank many years ago when I got out the Marine Corps with 2 babies, a wife, and it was like really struggling. But, food bank up in Greenfield at the time, St. Roselia's, really, really got us through some hard times, especially in the winter.
It's important.
I'm doing a lot better now. My kids are grown. I'm better. I'm getting a better job. But back then, I'll tell you, it was a struggle. It was a struggle.
It's kind of hard because you're a Marine.
Yes, sir.
And Marines have, by the way, it's my favorite branch, and I mean that, because of the discipline, you know what I mean, and the work ethic, right, and the commitment to country.
Yes, sir.
And the Marines, I know, and they say that, I'm going to tell you a story about the Marines. Because they say yes, sir, it's why I say yes, sir, to people. Because I've been around so many military people in my life. So
yes, sir.
All of you Marines are very prideful, are you not?
Yes, without a doubt.
So it's very hard, and I don't want to speak for you because you can speak quite well. It's very hard for a Marine to say, I got to go to the food bank, isn't it?
Oh, standing in that line was painful. It was really painful, but I had to do what I had to do. I'm prideful, but I'm also not going to let my family starve.
Do you remember, in your mind's eye, as if that were yesterday?
Oh, absolutely. I go past there every day to come to work now. The people who helped me out, I stopped past there. I don't think they're there anymore, but the ladies in there were wonderful. And once I got better, I started donating, taking canned foods and things of that nature down there to them.
Wow.
Show my appreciation for what they did for my family, yes.
Do you remember?
Wonderful.
Do you remember the food they gave you that time?
It was you could pick 2 meats.
Huh.
They gave you bread and eggs, and then the rest was walk around and grab what you needed with a bag. You could take 2 bags out.
Did that get you through, man? Was it that important?
It got me through, like I say, 2 weeks, because they did every 2 weeks.
Nice.
So every 2 weeks I was able to, plus with the money that I made at my job, my wife couldn't work because she was sick, and with 2 babies. So, yeah, it definitely helped. Put food in the things that was needed at the time. So that's why I say it's very, very important for people to donate and give what they can, because people hurt and they need it.
Wow.
They need it.
My man, you bring it home, brother.
Thank you for listening to. I called you back before my daughter's apartment burnt down over there in Squirrel Hill, and I appreciate what you guys did for my daughter and everyone else who was involved in that situation.
My man, anything for you, man. I love hearing from Marines. I'm serious. They love America, man. They do anything to help.
Thank you.
Thanks, my man.
Thank you.
My man.
All right, have a great day.
All right, brother. How about that? How about that? Huh? That's where the rubber hits the road, man. I just, man, Marines. I can't believe that the text that I get from some of my friends. Man, I got to read this in a minute and see if he's going to call. Donna, thanks for your patience. Go ahead.
Hi, Marty. I wanted to say I used food bank back in the day up here at used to be St. Teresa's Church.
Aww.
Yeah, they were really helpful. I mean, it was nice to get food. That's when my husband wasn't working, and everything was really great about him. And I'm definitely going to donate to the big food bank today.
It's important, right?
Oh, it's very important. So important.
And
can't tell you how much.
What did it mean for you?
Oh, it was everything. It meant we could eat for a week or two. It was really great.
Thanks, my dear. I love you.
Okay, love you too, Marty. Bye-bye.
I'm going to read something here because Brian's in here. These are my boys. Brian Goolish, let me read you this. I'm trying to get him on the air first. And if he says no, then I'm just going to give him love this way. By the way, what's the tote board looking like, big man?
We keep moving on up. We are now at 176,181 meals.
Whoa. Would $10,000 get you over 200,000? Seems like it would, right?
That would put us at 206.
Wouldn't it do that? Would $10,000 do that?
10,000 would do that.
My man. So I'm getting all choked up about this because I love him so much. Merrill Stabile. I'm sure everybody's familiar with him. Alco Parking Corporation. Merrill just sent a note. You help during the winter and now with food, both of which are so important in getting through these difficult times. Please count me in for a $10,000 donation on behalf of Alco Parking Corporation. Merrill Stabile. How about that, man? 10 G's right now, brother.
That is awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much for that. And that would live in living color would put us at 206,181 meals.
You know what's so cool about Merrill? He's so low key about it. And Patrick, he did this a couple months ago. In fact, I'm sitting here looking at this. March 10th, he called me just to make sure that they remembered he had given $10,000 to the Dollar Energy Fund.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, Merrill Stabile, Alco Park, who I've known him for almost 30 years. We go way back. He's an unbelievable man. I try to get him on the phone. He says he's on conference calls. Merrill Stabile sent this note. Once again, Marty, you, Larry, and KDKA are doing the community a solid. You help with heat during the winter and now with food, both of which are so important in getting through these difficult times. Please count me in for $10,000 donation on behalf of Alco Parking Corporation. Keep up the good work, Merrill Stabile. 10 G's, brothers and sisters, from my man Merrill. Love these people. Love them.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Premium roofing starts with a team you can count on. Call the Genius Choice in Roofing, Home Genius Exteriors, where you get a dedicated project team with certified installers. Right now, get 50% off roofing materials, plus no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free, no-obligation roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience. See website for details.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
This is Dave DeSimone. Please join me this Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Pittsburgh Works. We'll cover restaurants and share seasonal wine tips. Tune in to FM 100.1, AM 1020 KDKA, or listen to KDKAradio.com.
When it's happening, News Radio KDKA is telling you about it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
To the Rooney family, to Art, to Jim Rooney, to now young Dan Rooney, they define Pittsburgh in so many ways. They represent that city in every which way with pride And I think this draft is something that is really important to all of them and to the Steelers in general.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hi, it's Nan Cohen, and I'm talking Easter for Dorothy's Candies. It's all about the famed egg season with their fabulous flavors, like peanut butter, fruit and nut, mallow, fudge cream, and raspberry, to name a few. I'm so excited for you to see the Easter molds in Swiss, dark white, and peanut butter. Remember, they also have sugar-free chocolates. Stop in the store or online at Dorothy'sCandies.com. I'm already filling my basket with their Carmelo eggs. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. Dorothy'sCandies.com.
In the heart of North Oakland on Craig Street, there's a legend that's been serving up Pittsburgh flavor for 32 years. Meet the Deli King, where homemade corned beef is made fresh every single day and piled high just the way you like it. They don't cut corners, they slice perfection. From the best Reubens in town to deli sandwiches that keep you coming back, this isn't just lunch, it's tradition. Craig Street, North Oakland, the Deli King, home of Pittsburgh's best deli sandwiches. Come for the corned beef, stay for the crown.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Calvin.
With Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. You ever wait way too long for a haircut and finally get one and think, why didn't I do that months ago?
Oh yeah, suddenly you're walking taller, smiling bigger, and feeling like a new person.
That's exactly what it feels like when you finally replace that old roof or deck. You don't realize how bad it looked or how much better it could be until it's done.
And when it is, your whole house feels fresh again.
Give your home that clean-cut confidence with a new deck, roof, or siding project.
Call the Cousins.
Call the Cousins.
The amount of compensation received from a lung cancer or mesothelioma lawsuit varies. But at Pittsburgh-based Goldberg, Persky & White, the goal is simple. Maximize your recovery and ensure you receive the full compensation you deserve. Asbestos manufacturers spent decades concealing the dangers of asbestos exposure, and today, many suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma are fighting back. You are not alone in this fight. Call GPW today at 1-800-COMPLEX to learn more.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and Memorial Highway. Brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and by MediConnect. Medicare made simple on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Meryl Stabile, man. Amy, come here. Real quick. That's kind of cool. Like these folks that just care so much, right?
It's amazing. I mean, I get a text from you that Meryl sent you. And I mean, it's so exciting to see people that really care about the region.
You know what's amazing about him? He's so humble. He won't come on the air. And just a month and a half ago, he gave us $10,000 for the Dollar Energy Fund. I mean, so this pays for what, 30,000 meals?
30,000 meals they're providing. 30,000 meals for people that might not otherwise have it in the region. 1 in 8, 1 in 5, to be able to provide 30,000 meals for those people, it's phenomenal. It's life-changing for some people.
My man, Meryl. I love it. And by the way, Amy, she steers the Titanic, and it's not easy.
I was just walking by to give you a thumbs up as a thank you. So
I love you.
Yeah.
I love what you do. I love your enthusiasm. She's never, she did something so cool the other day, and I loved it, and I did it exactly what she said. She said, why don't we start off the show with something cool, positive, and we did, because people need to hear that stuff, right?
It's important to me, and I think it's important for people because it's really easy to get tripped up by life and things going on in your own life. And I mean, I had it happen today. You know, it's like, oh, today's starting out frustrating, but look what we're doing though. And you need to stop and step back. And I was thinking about it today, and giving is actually the thing that gives back the most.
It does. And actually seeing the palpable, like my man Merle, if you're listening, brother, I know he's in conference calls. That's 30,000 meals.
30,000 meals.
God bless him. Amy, thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Marty.
Love her. She's so damn enthusiastic, it makes me sick. Her and my wife. They're always positive. I love it. I love her. My man, Merle says, you guys make people want to do good things. Don't lose that gift. It's called BS, Merle. No, it actually isn't. I can't... Without getting choked up about it, man, and Patrick's been there with me all along. When you walk into someone's home that just burned down, and we've done this, and one of your boys hands them a check to buy a new house, it's crazy, the vibe. When you have a grown man on the phone crying because you found a kidney because of all the people that are out there that give a damn, it's one of my most relevant moments. There was this young woman, she's in her 20s, man. She had bad cancer, mouth, throat, neck, similar to what I had, but 10x. And she had 3 kids. Remember her, Patrick? Oh my gosh, is she amazing. And poor thing couldn't work and was so humble. And we walked into her house and with one of my boys, quite frankly, Dale, who owns a pool company, who's one of the most generous men I've ever met in my life, and gave her $20,000, and it paid her bills for like 4 months, 5 months. And when strangers do this for people, it takes your breath away. To Amy's point, it reinforces your belief that there's hope, because what I do isn't always hopeful. It just isn't. I probably get as much praise as criticism, and as much criticism as praise. But it's the delicate dance through broken glass that we dance in order to make you care, in order to make a difference. And Meryl Stabile, who's so damn humble, has done this. I don't know, I've known him 25 years, and he's never, ever not stepped up. You know, I'm a little melancholy because I'm sitting there thinking about my boy, Jeff Cohen, who died from cancer about 2 months ago, and he never let us down. And right now, he'd be donating. Or one of my boys, the police chief, Patrick, just asked for what's the number to text? What is it? I'm losing it here.
Here, I put it on screen for you.
Thanks, buddy. Text NEED to 50155, NEED to 50155, or call 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793. Before I forget, guys, I got to play this. This is the funniest thing we've heard in a while, this clip. And I'm going to set this up for you. So they're out of water. They're out of water in some of the folks in Aliquippa. They had all these massive water main breaks. They had 22,000 people without water. And so one of the reporters from KDTV went out and interviewed this wonderful woman. And if anyone out there has had a colonoscopy, the night before you drink like 1.5 gallons of this sludge, and it clears you. It's like a spigot. Is it not, Patrick? It's like 4 hours of a spigot coming from your south end.
4 hours of the purge.
You're just sitting there, and all you hear is and all you do is flush, right?
Yes, it literally flushes your system.
So think about this woman. And by the way, this is one of the coolest sound because it's so spot on. And I know it's not part of this fundraiser, but it'll make you smile because this woman is in Aliquippa, and listen to her conundrum because she has no water. You'll get it.
This has been a very big headache for me, specifically being that I'm prepping for a colonoscopy for tomorrow, and I can't flush my toilets.
You got that right. You got to play that again. Does she nail it? She's amazing. One more time.
This has been a very big headache for me, specifically being that I'm prepping for a colonoscopy for tomorrow, and I can't flush my toilets.
She is so right. Can you imagine if you had that poor woman nailed it? It went viral, by the way, because she's so right on. Because we've all been there. It's a purge, man, and it's like 5 hours of purging. And if you can't flush, you're going to have to move out or go to 7-Eleven or Get Go or a Porta-John or gutter or the bushes. That woman had us dying. But ma'am, if you're listening, you nailed it, sister. You absolutely nailed it.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, it's Andrew Filippone for my guys at Comer & Cross. With warmer weather, right now is the right time to call Comer & Cross at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Before that schedule fills up, your new Comer & Cross garage floor will transform your garage in just one day. And take it from me, you will love it. Comer & Cross makes it so simple. They take all the stuff out of the garage for you. They can even make it secure on site. They'll fix your cracks and pits in your garage perfectly. And one day, you're driving on your gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor. It is an incredible experience. So take advantage of Comer & Cross's great offer right now, the gold standard, a garage floor that's never going to chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever again. And these are pros, not subcontractors. So call Comer & Cross for your free, quick, and easy estimate before that schedule fills up. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or just say, hey, Siri, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR to speak to them or go to COMERcross.com.
Man, they're ready at Oakmont Bakery, folks. Ready for Easter. Hey, remember this. All the Easter orders have to be in by March 31st. Overstuffed nut or apricot rolls. Pascha bread. Wow. Rich enough egg dough braided and baked in a tall, round pan. Delicious. Last call for punchki, and you gotta love punchki. Available in all varieties until Easter Sunday. Cheesecake, fresh strawberries. Allow Oakmont Bakery to be the centerpiece of your Easter dinner. Delicious.
Larry Older here. Let me share Brian's story from Alabama, my mom's home state. He tells us after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and now I'm amazed at how much relief I've gotten, end of quote. These are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do for you. I've told you about my buddy Tom, an avid golfer out on the green almost every single day. He says without Relief Factor, he wouldn't be able to swing freely because of shoulder pain or back pain. But since taking it, he said he stayed active, comfortable, and confident in his swing. He is a scratch golfer. That's why I encourage you to try Relief Factor yourself and see what it can do for you. Don't wait. If you're dealing with daily pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. 800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF, or go to ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com. How will it feel to be out of pain? 800-4RELIEF, ReliefFactor.com.
Isley's has been a part of family traditions for generations, from famous chip-chopped ham to classic ice cream. These products still remain to be family favorites. We are proud to announce the opening of our Isley store this summer in Pittsburgh's historic Strip District at 2111 Penn Avenue. Stop in and enjoy all of your favorites. We look forward to seeing you. Isley's request that you consider joining them and the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank in raising much-needed funds for our neighbors in need.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 38 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. A second Laurel Highlands teacher has been arrested in the past week accused of sexual assault against a minor. Laurel Highlands ROTC instructor Daniel Cervone faces charges of unlawful contact with a minor, corruption of minors, and institutional sexual assault. It was just last week that another high school teacher from that district, Martin Gotti, was also placed on administrative leave after being charged with unlawful contact with minors and corruption of minors. Cervone's case is still under investigation. Anyone with any information is asked to call state police in Uniontown. Reactions coming in to legislation introduced today in City Council that would prohibit Pittsburgh police from working with ICE. News Radio KDK's David Bolorado has more.
The city GOP issued a statement saying federal immigration enforcement is the responsibility of federal agencies, adding the bills would set a dangerous precedent about selectively cooperating with federal authorities. Some public commenters at Tuesday's session agreed.
I'm an old school Democrat. I'm a Kennedy Democrat, Clinton Democrat, Obama Democrat.
And I'm tired of these San Francisco values being infiltrated in our city.
But the bill's supporters spoke out too.
I'm really proud of the city for starting to take steps towards protecting people's constitutional rights in the city.
The proposals come up for more discussion next Wednesday. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Mayor O'Connor has sent his revisions to the 2026 budget to City Council, where Finance Chair Erica Strasburger says in a statement that she welcomes the proposed amendments and their updated cost estimates for several areas of spending. She also says the budget identifies additional revenue from payroll preparation tax collections. She says this is an opportunity for council and the administration to work together to put the city on sound fiscal ground. Lawmakers are raising alarms about student safety in Pennsylvania high school sports. A new study recommends major updates to competition rules. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has that story.
A legislative study requested by State Representative Rob Matzey finds that current PIAA rules could put student athletes at risk. The report urges the association to revise its policies to better protect competitors across all sports.
Recommendations demonstrate the need for updated PIAA policies relative to how transfers are monitored and adjudicated, where and how certain private charter and co-op schools can get their student athletes, and how championship sites are determined. This vindicates the questions I've raised over the past several years, especially in regard to the treatment of the Aliquippa School District.
Matzey says he's ready to work with PIAA leadership to ensure fairness for all 350,000 student athletes across the state. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is up 109 points, the NASDAQ down 103. The S&P 500 is down a point. KDK Sports, Penguins at home tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. Puck drop set for 7 o'clock. KDK Radio News Time 103. Time to call Dina Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits, 724-799-8873 for the right health insurance plan that can save you thousands. Right now, sunny and 38 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Many in the Pittsburgh region are fortunate to have enough food to never go to bed hungry. Your friends at Rome Monument would like to ask everyone to take a moment to raise some much-needed funds for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. $1 provides 3 meals to a neighbor in need. The Diagardi family is grateful for your support of their 4th-generation business. On behalf of the Rome Monument family, thank you for considering a donation to this very worthy cause.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A nice afternoon with sunshine and some clouds, just not as chilly as yesterday, the high 47. Partly to it, occasionally mostly cloudy tonight with 33. Clouds and some sun are becoming milder tomorrow, high 60. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! Whoa, these Vapo-Cool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks Vapo-Cool drops. Use as directed.
Giant Eagle and Odyssey are committed to supporting Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Donations can be made at any Giant Eagle register through May 20th or anytime by visiting KDKAradio.com.
Welcome to the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. Please help in providing meals for our neighbors in need for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. To make a donation, text NEED to 50155 on our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text line. That's NEED 50155. Message and data rates may apply. It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Real quick, a lot going on. We got to get to this guest who's been so cool. This junk removal company, but there's so much more. I met them, and I can't believe it. I saw Dan Zangrelli, one of our salespeople, working with them yesterday. I said, I got to make contact with them. I love the way they Is that Mike? Okay, I got to grab him real quick. I want to grab Mike Fisher. This is important. It's my boy with Pittsburgh Scanner, and then we're going to get to our guest. My man, how's it going? Good afternoon.
How are you doing? Good. What's up?
So UPMC just sent us a notice that they had a pretty major power outage. What do you know about this?
Marty, yeah, we just got an email saying that the Children's Hospital has lost power. The generators are on, and service isn't being interrupted. It's just that the vendor, in this case, I guess the Duquesne Light or whoever, is working to restore power. How about that?
And do you have power where you're at?
Yeah, Oakland's fine.
Okay. Okay, let me read this. Thanks for sending me this. Actually, you made us aware of this.
No problem.
From UPMC, Duquesne Light is working to resolve power issues impacting UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh and UPMC Shadyside. It's actually fascinating, Patrick, because they're both in separate locations. Both hospitals are currently operating on backup generator power in some areas. There has been no impact to patient care. Patrick, you have a map up. What is that, buddy?
Yeah, this is Duquesne Light's outage map, the one that we use when, for anyone to look and see where outages are. It's showing that they have 3 current right now, so the Shadyside must be a new addition.
Wow.
It's showing that power is estimated to be restored at Children's Hospital between 2 and 3.
Oh.
At least that's what the outage map is saying.
Okay, and Paul Wood, who's actually one of my boys, said they're working to get it back on as soon as possible, and that might be coming back on soon. Mike, have you heard anything?
No, it's pretty much the same thing that we heard.
Okay, thanks, man. You're the best.
Yeah, always.
I love the backup generators. It means a lot, and no patients are affected. They're on backup power. I'm actually right now texting with the folks at Duquesne Light. Matt is my man and has been very, very helpful with information regarding power outages. We've got a lot going on here, obviously. So, in the break, I'll let you know what Duquesne Light says, but no patients have been affected. So, in the break, Patrick mentions the sponsor for this hour, which is amazing, this Feed the Need Day. And I noticed the name Junk Luggers. And I hear a lot of names, but this one rings a bell. And I mean this. I saw one of our sales guys actually in the bathroom yesterday, if you want to get personal about it. And I said, I loved that company, Junk Luggers. And I'll tell you why. 2 things. Their focus, their value system, their belief system, and what they do to disperse with your stuff, that's very different than any other. And I'm lucky enough here to have Julie with Junk Luggers. Hi, Julie. How are you? It's amazing. You have a very different philosophy about junk, don't you? Explain it.
So instead of driving straight to the landfill when we leave your home or your business, we come to our Remix Market in Ross Township, and we triage the truck there. So we take everything off the truck. Things come into our secondhand store that can be resold at incredible prices. Other things go to our nonprofit partners like the Blessing Board, Repurpose, Global Links, and then we do a lot of metal recycling as well.
And why I love this.
So diversion.
Using the Blessing Board as an example, because I've worked with them. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing place. You go there, well, Julie knows this, massive warehouse, pick out your furniture, and they deliver it to your house, right? I mean, it's amazing, right?
Yes, it works something like that. Yeah. They help their clients start over in life and receive opportunities to have furniture and household items that they otherwise couldn't have.
And they don't ask for much other than a belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And your philosophy is so cool and so unique at Junk Luggers. Whereas someone would pull a dumpster up to the Griffin house, let's say, and remove the junk, in quotes. The junk could mean a lot of stuff that would have value, but I just want it the hell out of the house. You don't think that way, do you? How did that happen, that philosophy?
We don't, Marty. So, there are just so many ways that removing junk from someone's home can go to help other people. You don't often think of that broken piece of furniture leaving your home and going to someone else that can refurbish that and use it, or refurbish it and sell it and help someone else. The mission is quite simple. It's just landfill diversion, and it started about 20 years ago with a guy in a truck helping a neighbor get rid of a refrigerator and sending that to someone else that could use it.
Wow. And it makes so much sense because we throw so much away.
Yes, we're such a disposable society now. You can order something you need tomorrow or today and have it delivered tomorrow from Amazon. So people overshop and overbuy, but there are a lot of thrifters out there. Yep. So they like coming to our Remix Market in Ross Township. And also a portion of our proceeds from Remix go back to our nonprofit partners. We just wrote a check to the Blessing Board last month for $500. And our plan to help feed the need is to donate all of our Roundup sales in the month of April back to Feed the Need.
Julie Snyder with Junk Luggers. I think we need to do some stuff together because I have the same vibe about making a difference that you do. I saw your name on this hour and said we got to get a hold of Julie. It's amazing. I love it. I love what you're doing. I love how you think. I love that you care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marty.
All right.
Thanks.
They're fantastic. I had never heard of this. And there's a lot of these companies now, and I'm not disrespecting anyone. They come and they take your junk and they leave it, and enough is enough. They kind of have a whole nother look at it. And it's brilliant, actually. And it shows that they care. And then they give back, which is even better. Okay?
It's the KDKA Radio Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. You can log on to the Metropolitan Window Company online donation center now at kdkaradio.com.
Did you feel that drafty breeze from your windows this winter? Yikes, it was scary cold. But just as scary is that you now know that your windows will let in that hot, humid air all summer. Let PJ Fitzpatrick help reduce your utility bills with custom-made, double-insulated replacement windows. PJ provides peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Plus, PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for your new windows. That's trustpj.com.
At Perry Calder, the law firm, they have AI, all right, but it's attorney intelligence. John Perry is one of my close friends. I have brought family and friends into his office. They have doctors on staff to investigate some of the biggest settlements in Pennsylvania. They care and they win. At Perry Calder, they make sure that you're taken care of. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. Perry Calder, 412-281-4200. AI, all right. Attorney Intelligence. Check them out.
Selling your home shouldn't be stressful or take months to do. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, you skip the showings and repairs and get right to the closing table. For a quick, fair cash offer, visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
UPMC. Life-saving, life-changing information every single day. UPMC.
Breaking bread and having fun is what Monticello's restaurant is all about. Sure, Monticello's pizza is legendary, but that's only the beginning. Monticello's does Italian better than anyone in the business. Great food and friends are the best recipe for an enjoyable night out. Serving over 175 million slices of delicious pizza to Pittsburgh since 1980. Find the closest Monticello's restaurant to you at Monticello's.com. Still looking for a great place to work? Join the Monticello's family today. Visit Monticello's.com.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and Memorial Highway. Brought to you in part by Aetna, and by Isley's and Beano's on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
So when they set up that company, Junk Luggers, they kind of had a conscience about it. I kind of like that. I mean, it's very smart. Okay? And then they give back. Very cool.
That's kind of cool, big guy. So they take your junk and then they refurbish it and they can actually sell it or take it somewhere else?
Yep.
Nice.
And that blessing board, brother, is so cool. It's all donated furniture, and it's a massive warehouse. And they have very strong Christian beliefs, which, by the way, is wonderful, too. And all they want you to do is come there and express that, and they'll put furniture in your house for free. And it's really nice stuff. The blessing board. I don't think they get enough love in this town, but we've worked with them for years. They're actually wonderful people. All right. A lot going on here. This is happening as we speak. There's a power outage at UPMC Children's and UPMC Shady Side at the same time. Okay? Okay. The wonderful folks at UPMC said Duquesne Light is working to resolve the issue. Both hospitals are on backup generators in some areas. There has been no impact on patient care. Okay? Duquesne Light and my friend at Duquesne Light, Matt. Matt says, and by the way, I appreciate and admire his respect, and I got to mention something they're doing that's actually really cool. They had equipment failure at one site, affected a feed for both sites. They've identified the issue, and they're working on both. All right? Let me mention something that Duquesne, while Matt types some more info for me. So I got a text from a guy yesterday that I thought was very cool. A guy sent me a note, and it said his power was out. Okay? His power was out during this massive outage. And he has sent me a note, and it said, Marty, I received a $100 Giant Eagle gift card from Duquesne Light for the power outage, for the nuisance of it, or the aggravation, the inconvenience. Okay? I sent a note to Matt with Duquesne Light, who's become a friend. Our customer team is doing that. We don't have enough for everybody, but we're hosting events for Catholic charities, and we're giving away more. We're giving away as many of these cards that we have on hand, almost 50 so far. We're just trying to maximize whatever assets we had in the middle of storm response. I like that. I like that. They don't have to do that. They're hustling. They're working at taking care of people, and it's very frustrating for people who lose power. And sometimes they like to blame Duquesne Light, but there's a thousand different things that can happen. Back to this outage at UPMC at two different places. Children's, which is in Oakland, kind of, sort of, not. Where would you describe that, Patrick? Which neighborhood?
Children's, that's actually Lawrenceville.
Lawrenceville now. Excuse me. They're in Lawrenceville. And UPMC Shadyside is in Shadyside. So, they had power go out at both hospitals. Matt says, without getting too technical, they are a large customer. They rely on larger feeds. And their proximity probably places them on that same feed. Okay? But rest assured, the map doesn't show that, does it, Patrick?
No, right now I'm seeing Shadyside. I don't see Children's.
Okay. They're investigating an equipment failure, and so nothing definitive on that yet. But what are they saying? Between 2 and 3 o'clock, they expect it back fully. But Paul Wood, who's my man, said it's being restored soon-ish. But do not panic. Not a single customer is affected. All right? All right. Meantime, back to Feed the Need. It's called breaking news, folks, for a reason. Thank you for UPMC for responding. And thank you for Duquesne Light for responding. Wanted to mention that in this hour, we have my man coming up from MediConnect. And MediConnect has a special donation as well. And they have been a big, big advocate for making a difference. So this hour, one person who donates $50 or more will win tickets to an exclusive in-store signing event, April 3rd, at First and Goal Sports with Tommy Novak and Stuart Skinner, plus a signed Max Talbot photo. Remember, $50 gets you 150 meals. $50 gets you 150 meals. Phone number, 412-301-3793. I want to thank the Chief, one of my favorite people on earth. The Chief donated $100 to help and really cares. So, phone number, 412-301-3793, and text if you wish. Text NEED to 50155, NEED to 50155. All right? All right. Before we get to this break and then hook up afterward with the folks from MediConnect, I want to mention that what Meryl Stabile did. What Meryl Stabile did was amazing, and he's done it before. There are certain men and women in this town that get it no matter what. Meryl understands the mission. Meryl understands the motivation. Meryl understands Pittsburgh and understands making a difference. And he's so damn humble about it. I have to beg him. To go public with this kind of stuff. Meryl Stabile, great guy. All right, folks. 412-301-3793. 412-301-3793. Or text NEED to 50155, NEED to 50155. One more time, I want to mention for folks who have someone in the hospital, either at UPMC Shadyside or UPMC Children's, do not panic. Not one patient has been affected. Not one. And we guarantee you that. They would not allow that to happen. That's why I have backup systems That's why they have generators, and that's why they're on it right now. As soon as power is completely restored, we will let you know. I'm assuming from their messaging that there is power out in some parts of the buildings because the generators oftentimes do not cover everything. Folks, we thank you for caring and making a difference today. It's been cool.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You know your customers. Ralph likes his coffee black on Fridays, but Mondays he takes a little cream. Jennifer comes in every 3 years when her lease is up to get the newer and better model. And for some reason, pepperoni pizza sells like crazy on Friday nights. Who knew? At Odyssey, we have the expertise to get your media plan done right. With ads like you're hearing right now, to targeted social media campaigns, search engine optimization, and location-based advertising. Advertise with Odyssey and help us grow your business. Visit ads.odyssey.com.
Shopping for replacement windows? Metropolitan Window Company elevates your shopping experience.
John, Maggie, and Justin Schmutzer here from Metropolitan Window Company, Pittsburgh's locally owned and family-operated window and door company for over 47 years.
When you choose Metropolitan Window Company, you'll experience personalized knowledge, expertise, and professionalism from our first visit to your home until our craftsmen complete your installation.
We're the window company that people want in their homes, and our exclusive Infinity by Marvin 100% fiberglass windows are the windows people love.
They're built for life. They are the strongest, longest-lasting windows you can buy.
And we have a great selection of colors and finishes. Experience Metropolitan Window Company. Stop by our showrooms, visit us at metropolitanwindows.com, or give us a call at 412-655-8411.
PA 1565.
Perry Calder, AI, not artificial intelligence, attorney intelligence. Perry Calder, the law firm.
Embark on an unforgettable journey through Japan and South Korea with AAA, April 3rd through the 12th, 2027. Sail 9 incredible nights aboard the boutique luxury ship Azamara Pursuit. Enjoy immersive overnights and extended time in port. Experience samurai towns, bonsai gardens, and incredible cuisine. Relax with fine dining, premium beverages, and shipboard gratuities included. Club Veranda staterooms start at $4,569 per person, double occupancy. Visit your local AAA branch or call 1-800-354-8761 today.
This is Dave DeSimone. Please join me this Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Pittsburgh Works. We'll cover restaurants and share seasonal wine tips. Tune in to FM 100.1, AM 1020 KDKA, or listen to kdkaradio.com.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 41 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm Paul Alexander. The Republican candidate looking to unseat Democratic State House Representative Arvind Venkat has been removed from the ballot. Commonwealth Court ruled that Dr. Ehab Akari does not meet the state's residency requirement. A spokesman for the Venkat campaign says they would anticipate the GOP may run a write-in candidate, but as of now, it looks like a clear path to the general election. A new bill could soon change the way Pennsylvania's trees are protected, requiring utility companies to replace every tree that's cut down. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has details.
State Representative Abigail Salisbury's bill aimed at preserving Pennsylvania's tree canopy has advanced out of committee and is now headed to the full House for consideration.
This is, in my opinion, a major move forward in terms of preserving the character of our neighborhoods, because at this point, the utilities are not required to do anything about tree removal.
Under House Bill 2161, utility companies would now be required to plant a new tree within 2 years for every tree they remove, giving municipalities input on where they're planted. Tamara Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A vast majority of U.S. drivers say headlight glare is worsening. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has results of a new survey.
New AAA research finds 6 in 10 drivers say headlight glare is a problem at night.
and about 3/4 of them believe that it has worsened over the past decade.
AAA's Jim Garrity says the survey shows headlight glare is not just annoying, it can reduce a driver's ability to safely navigate dark roads.
When you're driving, it's always good, of course, to avoid looking directly into those lights and trying to find something else so that you can safely stay on the road without being what feels like temporarily blinded.
92% of the drivers surveyed said bright oncoming headlights are their top concern. Garrity says glare is something that should be looked into. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
The upcoming season of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust Broadway series has been released. Shows coming to the Benedum Center include 6 Tony Award winners for Best Musical, and several are familiar hits: The Lion King, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Sound of Music, Beetlejuice, Phantom of the Opera, and The Who's Tommy are among the 11 shows scheduled from September through May of next year. Subscriptions to the Broadway series can be purchased online at trustarts.org. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 70 points, the Nasdaq down 218, the S&P 500 down 27 points. KDK Radio News Time is 1:32. Our next update at 2 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, the voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
Ahoy, matey! Is that a new phone? Aye, Captain, that's my new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. You must have paid a pretty doubloon for that. Nay, 'twas zero down from Cricket Wireless. So, you plundered it. Nay, again, 'tis a monthly payment plan with BreadPay. You're shivering me timbers. I shiver you not. Me first payment is next month. Aye, that's not a plunder. That's a steal.
Get a new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE for $0 down when you pay over time with BreadPay. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Subject to approval of credit application. BreadPay loans are made by Comenity Capital Bank and Bread Financial Company.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Life-changing medicine is happening every day at UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute.
We have the luxury to be bold, to continue to be pioneers in the world for innovative heart care.
We are the place of discovery. Literally, the world experts in cardiac care are in this institution.
By combining technology, research, and the latest innovations, patients from all over the world come to UPMC.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers.
We offer unique heart procedures that you cannot get anywhere else.
One of our founding mantras is that compassion has to be at the forefront of everything that we do.
From leading the region in cardiac procedures to being the only center in the state to offer integrated women's health and heart care, UPMC is pioneering life-changing cardiac care every day. Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
My friends are holding an amazing fresh home sale with huge savings to get your home quite clean this spring. Save 35% off all Coit cleaning services, carpets, rugs, drapes, upholstery, and more. Coit did an amazing job on my home. They'll do the same with yours. Call Coit today to save 35%. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Get your home Coit cleaned by the best. Coit, Pittsburgh's premier cleaning service since 1972. Love them.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
The rest of today, sunny to partly cloudy, not so cold for the afternoon, high 47. Partly to at times mostly cloudy tonight, low 33. For tomorrow, clouds, some sunshine, and becoming milder in the afternoon, high 60. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you. Designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Let's return to the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon. Please help in providing meals for our neighbors in need for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. To make a donation, text NEED to 50155 on our Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union text line. Message and data rates may apply. It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Now, the South Hills Lincoln Tote Board Update. The KDKA Radio Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon.
We'll get to the tote board in 1 second. I got to grab a friend who's in a tight schedule today, but she's very important to this process. Brenda Tate, my darling, how are you?
Hey, Marty, how are you?
Fabulous. Brenda, how important has the food bank been to folks that you know and folks that you work with? How important?
Oh, Marty, and you have no idea. You'd be surprised at the people that access the food bank. These are people that have a lot of pride, and they don't want people to know.
Right.
But in this day and age, they really, really appreciate that.
And I wanted to mention something really cool that my boy Billy Saris did. He donated a massive amount of sweets to both the food bank and to 50 wonderful kids that you know. Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. We have young people at Ebenezer, and during the Easter holiday, you know that, like old-fashioned, we put on Easter patches, and the young people participate. But we have they're in the dance ensemble. These young people are focused and connected to serving the church. And we just love it when I can call you, and the angel of Ebenezer, that's who we call you.
Love it.
The angel of Ebenezer Baptist Church always comes through with us.
I love you. You're one of my favorite people in my entire life because you give a damn.
Oh, buddy.
And you fight,
Yes,
sister. Brenda, I know you're busy as hell. Thanks for checking in.
Marty, thank you so much. Thanks, Sarah's Candy, so much. And may God bless you this holiday season.
She's amazing. Loved her as a cop. Love her in the community. My man, give us the update, brother.
I just have to keep refreshing my phone because the number keeps going up and going up. The listeners are responding as they always do. We are at 224,079 meals.
Whoa. That's cool.
It's very cool.
Right?
It's very cool, and it's a testament to the power of this station and this community.
And the people care.
Yep.
For perspective, folks, just so you understand the depth of this, how many meals will you give out this year?
So we're on pace to surpass the 52 million meals we distributed last year.
To 320,000 people.
To 320,000 individuals.
Come on. You know, the city of Pittsburgh is right at 300,000. It's that many people, right?
Yeah, and we're looking, like I said, though, we're looking at the 11 county population. Right. So about a 2.4 million population, 1 in 8 individuals.
And the number keeps going up.
It does.
Why do you think so?
I think that there are a lot of factors that go into it. One thing that I will say is when the government shutdown happened back in the fall, we were getting a lot of first-time individuals and families utilizing the food bank services. And, we mentioned this earlier, when you talk about going back to normal after you pass that time of crisis, but you're not going back to normal. There's a new normal that's established. And maybe it's because people who are coming to the food bank for the first time, they are now just finally realizing that we are a resource out there for them. They continue to utilize our services because they're still in need. And Marty, we're talking about a lot of people who are employed who are working who just still can't make ends meet. They're just the money they are making is not keeping up with the cost and the expenses of living. So they are in a situation where they have to make a decision between medicine and food, rent and food, gas in their vehicles and food. And a lot of the time they're making those other choices, and food is what is left off the table. And that's where we step in and we provide them that food assistance they need.
Well, Brenda mentioned it with Ebenezer Baptist Church. A lot of folks are ashamed about this. I get it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it should be no shame, no stigmas, no barriers. Anyone who needs food assistance deserves food. They should get that food. And again, we play our role in the community, but it's not just Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. It takes the public-private partnership. It takes the support of so many people. We rolled out a campaign last September during Hunger Action Month called The Power of You.
Yes.
Everyone has the agency to make change. Everyone has a power. And the you can be a donor, a volunteer, an advocate, someone with lived experience, a corporate partner, so on and so forth. And each of those yous has a power. The donor can give $1. That's 3 meals.
Nice.
A volunteer can give an hour. That hour of volunteer time actually accounts to about 100 meals.
Nice.
A person who has lived experience can share their story and have somebody who is less comfortable coming to our doors and walking through them for the first time. They take that action because they're hearing from someone who's been in their shoes before, and it makes them feel in a more safe place. So everyone has a power. And again, the power of you is just something that we're going to continue to roll up and deepen that campaign as we move forward, especially starting July 1 when we roll out our new strategic plan and some of the initiatives we have around that.
Something you mentioned I think is important. Folks that don't have enough money to buy what they want to eat end up buying crap and eating crap and leading to unhealthy decisions and a breakdown of their body. You're changing that thought process too, aren't you?
Yeah, more than 40% of the food that we distribute is fresh produce. More than 60% of the food we distribute is fresh food in general.
Wow.
So again, that is a change from what people traditionally think is food assistance, the non-perishable resources, canned items. No, we're talking 20 million pounds of fresh produce last year, plus the meats, the dairies, the cheeses, all those protein items, the most requested items from people who are coming to the food bank, because we listen to those individuals. We want to know what our neighbors need and want. More than 60. And that we have a longer goal. We have a bigger goal of 75%, 80% of food being fresh food by 2035. Wow. So again, it's the intentional effort to not only provide food, but provide food that is going to help people live nourishing and healthy, thriving lifestyles.
Just so people get it, my man has been working. How many live interviews have you done today? On how many stations?
If we're halfway through the day, I think I was set for 80 for today, so we're about 43 right now. Yeah.
I was telling Patrick, what was I telling you? My man delivers. Communication, presentation, compassion. You get it, my man. We appreciate it, man.
And again, I represent one of 150 food bankers. Not only at the food bank at Duquesne, but through all 11 counties that do the work, and 9,000 volunteers.
Wow.
And tens of thousands of donors, and 320,000 food insecure individuals. I'm here representing everybody. I'm trying to represent everyone who's affiliated with this because, again, community's in the middle of our name, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. We can't do it without the community as a whole.
Great job, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
He'll jog to the next station.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Larry Richard for Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. Refresh your home with beautiful custom window treatments made in Lachina's Pittsburgh factory. No middlemen, just unbeatable factory direct prices. Save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more. Professionally measured and installed by Lachina. Call 412-665-4900 or go to lachinadrapery.com to schedule a free shop at home appointment or visit one of Lachina's 2 showrooms. Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory. The quality you deserve, prices you'll appreciate.
Conroy Foods makes Beano's Deli Condiments right here in Pittsburgh. Beano's original submarine dressing was the first condiment to earn a home in grocery store deli departments throughout America. Today, they have a full line of distinctive deli condiment flavors to choose from. As a Pittsburgh-based company, they are committed to putting the needs of their neighbors first, which is why they've chosen to partner with the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank as a proud supporter of Feed the Need.
When it's happening, News Radio KDKA is telling you about it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
To the Rooney family, to Art, to Jim Rooney, to now young Dan Rooney, they define Pittsburgh in so many ways. They represent that city in every which way with pride. And I think this draft is something that is really important to all of them and to the Steelers in general.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction or your money back. File in the Credit Karma app.
I'm feeling the taste of a chocolate-covered peanut butter egg, potato chip egg, caramel pecan egg. Oh, wait, maybe a fruit nut egg. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the Easter holiday, it has to be Dorothy's. Visit the store in White Oak, shop online at dorothyscandies.com, or call 412-678-2723. One bite and you'll know. It's Dorothy's Candies. dorothyscandies.com.
It's the Giant Eagle Feed the Need Radiothon, brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and Memorial Highway. Brought to you in part by Rome Monuments, Hampton Beer Outlet, and by MediConnect. Medicare made simple on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Try to wrap your arms around that number of 330,000 people in a 12-county area. That's a lot of poverty. And it's everywhere. It's in the rural communities, in the 12 counties they serve, you got folks that have no opportunity to get out anywhere and have very little resources and very few social services. I find it extraordinary the folks that view rural America as Mayberry, and that's fine. And I'm certain maybe there are pockets of that somewhere. But when you get out in it, there are a lot of folks that are hurting, and it's hidden because they're out there in it. Whether it's abuse or neglect or severe poverty, it's out there. And we've seen it firsthand. Folks who can't pay the utilities, living in beat to blank trailers. Folks in abuse or neglect situations, folks who can't find work. And they don't have the same access to services that folks have in cities. And so they kind of sit and hang on, and that's not a way to live. Which is why the food pantries outside of the city are so vital. And we've had many occasions when the food pantry folks in the smaller communities say, we're out of food. We need help. Because what happens is you hear about the food bank in the city of Pittsburgh and their massive warehouse, right? And the drop-offs and the drive-thrus and all that stuff. But folks have a very difficult time outside the city as well. And the food bank benefits them greatly. And to imagine that 1 in 5 kids don't get enough food, there are a significant number of kids that are in a public school system inside and outside the city that are poor school districts, where their families live at or below the poverty level. And as a result, the kids do not eat. In fact, it's so bad that many school systems have set up programs where they feed the kids all summer. And it's so bad that many of the kids go back to the school in the evening and get dinner. It's a fact. It's hard to wrap your arms around because you have a different life, because I have a different life, but that's their life. And people would always ask me, why is Pittsburgh Public Schools serving food for dinner? Those kids should be at home. Maybe they should. and maybe they are, but there isn't food at home. And it's multiplied in rural areas where they have no access and they have no food and they have to go to school to eat dinner, all right? So, everything you can do to help as we get through this day in a wonderful manner would be wonderful. The direct number is 412-301-3793, 412-301-3793. The program that is the coolest is $11 a month donation, Feed the Need Community Champion. Feed the Need Community Champion. That amount will feed someone every day for a year, which is kind of amazing if you look at it. This hour, folks, chance to win tickets to First and Goal Sports Special. Their signing event, April 3rd. Tommy Novak, Stuart Skinner. Plus a signed Max Talbot photo, all right? 412-301-3793 or text NEED to 50155. I wanted to mention something. If you have folks in the hospital at UPMC Shadyside or UPMC Children's, which is Lawrenceville, they had a power outage. They are somehow connected to the same piece of equipment with Duquesne Light. I have text messages here from both UPMC and the Duquesne Light folks who say they're working on it. And I guarantee that no one, not one patient is affected, all right? But they're telling me that they should have the power back on soon. Nothing really showing on the map, Patrick, with the right now with Duquesne Light?
Nothing updated anyway. It's still showing a 2 to 3 o'clock restoration time.
Okay. And those are pretty accurate. It's some piece of equipment that failed, what we're being told, that both of them share. I found it interesting that both UPMC and in UPMC Children's and Shadyside went down. And I was told by my friend Matt at Duquesne Light that they share equipment because it's such a big provider. All right? All right. One more thing. I spend a lot of time talking about Pittsburgh Public Schools because it's important. I feel as if it's important that we hear directly from the superintendent, and so does he. I am very critical of the schools. They need dramatic change, and the superintendent agrees with me. I want to commend him, and I want to thank him because we're going to start doing interviews with him live once a month. And I want to thank Ebony Pugh, who's the insanely talented public information officer with Pittsburgh Public Schools. And I'll tell you why. When I text Ebony, it's always bad news. It's always something crazy. Last week, it was a kid who was out of control, quite frankly, has emotional issues, psychological issues, a criminal history. He was so dangerous that they locked him out of a building. And in the process of being locked out of a building, he severely damaged the cars of 7 teachers. Kind of a heavy story. Ebony Pugh never runs from that, never hides from that, always provides a quick response and always tells the truth. I want to thank her and the superintendent for doing that. Our first live interview with the superintendent will be March 31st, next Tuesday, 10 a.m. All right? Regarding those who have given today, God bless you. For folks to step out of their comfort zone, for folks to step out of their wonderful life, we love the fact that you care enough to give. And for my good friend Meryl Stabile, who I've known for more than 20 years, who just called and said, here's 10 grand, buy 30,000 meals, we love you. And we appreciate the hell out of you. And all those folks that stepped up today to make a difference. It's been a hell of an opportunity. And it continues. The goal is to break the all-time record, to get past 400,000 meals. And with this audience and the generosity of you folks, I think it will happen. Tomorrow, we go again, folks. We go again. Looking forward to it.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health.